Live TikTok. Yeah, ni aje wasi Alberto Maisha States live ingine hapa hivi Man Cave Talk Live. Leo ni lini? Leo ni July 13th, 2025. Nimeanza live sasa hivi na nataka kujua kama mtu ana swali yoyote Q&A, uliza sasa hii tuendelee mbele. Sound iko poa, nimecheck. Sound iko fit kabisa. Hebu tuone hii hapa hivi. So sound iko fit. Nimecheck kila kitu. So ndio live ingine leo bana. So nimekuwa kigeta maswali kwa I think kwa TikTok, kwa Messenger, kuna msanii text kitambo kidogo. Nikawa ni poa ni address hiyo story before tuendelee mbele. So mseme sema ako California, ako na work permit, atakudu tracking. Kila mtu sema from the beginning, tracking like coming na work permit, kuna something called commercial driver's license. Hiyo ndio requirement, by the minimum requirement lazima ukuwe na commercial driver's license. Hiyo inamaanisha you have to go back to training, maybe a month or so, ufundishwe how to drive commercial driver license, ile CDL, class A ama class B. Hiyo ndio one of the requirements za kudrive hizi gari za commercial, hizi kama truck hivi. So kama una license, sijui kuweza kuwa allowed kudu tracking bila license. I think ni big deal sana. So hiyo ni the first requirement. Si job tu yani, si job yani. Usi fantasize, tukue real. Unajua hivyo, kuwa real kabisa. Don't fantasize about things. Sometimes what you think in your mind ile, see that's how things are. Basically ni kitu tough sana ukianza na mambo ya tracking. Hiyo anza kama ni kitu continuum. Una train alafu unakuwa eligible kuifanya after that. So no, si kitu tu sema tu napata work permit alafu ni get job. Mimi personally more gari kama mimi independent contractor. So basically kama owner operator. Ni buy truck yangu na provide services kwa a couple of companies up around my contractors. Move for sometimes every day different job. Kama last week nimefanyia say totally different. Kila mtu job yake every single day. Unamaliza unaanza project unamaliza. Kama on Friday niko na bring Friday last week niko na bring mawe fulani hivi za kuweka kwa hizi pipes za drainage. So ni different contractors every day. So kitakuanza tracking, the first thing ni lazima ukuwe na commercial driver's license, CDL. Kuna class A ile ya combined vehicles na kuna class B ile ya single straight truck lakini iko na capacity ya 26,000 pounds. Hizo ndo rules za hapa America, by the way. Sibi nilikama up nazo. Nasema tu ile just in case mtu ajui kunaenda gaje. You have to get a license before ku allowed ku get CDL. Hata kuna new rules wameanza kama last week hivi, wanasema before you get a CDL lazima uprove kuna gari. Unaona? You have a car, at least personal car una driving. So hiyo ni number one, by the way. Ile kile mudu about tracking kwa hii channel ile mtu akushow say what I do for a living. Maybe hopefully kama inaweza kuencourage wewe do the same thing. Si lazima ufanye though. Ile tu ni suggestion ile semaje. Nikianza tracking kuna kama 2 or 3 people linifundisha exactly what to do on a daily basis. So kasema yani niko nafundishwa na msee kasemaje niki understand the whole process the way it works and do the same thing I will give it back. Nasema hivyo. It's not like I took it away. That's why I have to give it back. And ile I will share the information that I know. Hopefully if somebody is thinking about doing the same thing that I do, atapata kuna resources ziko available. So sometimes mu prefer hivi. Sijuko video ngapi mtu ameona before, maybe nafaa kuwa more clear, lakini hii kama open forum, hii ni live tu Q&A, si kitu specific. I'm not missing a course, I'm not selling you anything. Ati do this, pay me this, hapana, ni kitu tu iko open forum. Ni ile tu, that's what mumbo Kiswahili, by the way. Na share na mtu, azatakuwa kama mtu kama mimi asemeniaje, I want to get into tracking, alafu nifanye something with it. No. So basically, sikwambii what to do. Ile tu niliamua tu sharing my experiences kama drive truck imenisaidia sana, by the way. Nimekuwa huku for almost too long. I don't really know anything else. Okay, maybe I do, but nasema ile that pays vile truck inanipay. That's one nimestick hapa for a long time. Sasa hiyo ni clear. So kama uko na work permit lakini hauna license, you have to get a license first before uingie ku drive truck. Sababu hii kitu serious. People are giving you their load wabebe from point A to point B. So they want to make sure that uko experience enough to do that. Si jokes, si ati ni kitu no experience. Uangalia the end from the beginning, oh, I'll make money. It's not about money. Ni safely deliver people's load on a consistent basis. No. That's what it is. So have that in mind. That's you know the whole idea hii kitu. Safely deliver people's loads on time. Safely. No, safely. See, I want to just make that money. Ukiona pesa money fast. utakuwa blocked from everything else. So acha niangalie ma Q&A, sioni swali yote TikTok, so naanza na YouTube. Msalingia first kabisa alikuwa Ochieng Miles asema ni aje Albo, ready for the man cave talk live. It's Ochieng from Kitengela. Oh, tubonga na wewe kidogo I think kwa TikTok kwa WhatsApp. Alafu wa pili alikuwa nani? Favorite Paul, hello Albo, Albert, waiting for today's session. Karibu sana. Reply, nimechelewa kidogo leo something. Sijui niko na move things around. So nimechelewa sana kidogo. A little bit. Ka 45. Mtu akuanza kama an hour ago. Said sangapi? Yeah. But nimechelewa kidogo leo. I'm a little bit too late. Si mbaya though. So nani mwingine? Ni aje Albo, it's 8:57 p.m. here in Nairobi. Yeah, nimechelewa. Mtu akuanza 8 to 9 to 10. By 10 tumemaliza. So chelewa kidogo. Sikuwa na kitambaa hata everything ilikuwa nime tear down everything behind me. Unaona sasa. So karibu 9 hivi. So tutaenda 1 hour alafu tumalize story. Nataka ku make short kwa sababu nina vitu za kudo by the way. There's things to do. Kuna best yangu mmoja mtoi wake kuna graduation. It's good if I attend. Ni one of my old friends upper states. So locked in Albo. So nataka kukuwa na ile time efficient ni poa. Hello, how are you doing Uni Bantex today? I'm doing just fine. Sina story more by the way. Ni hustle za kawaida tu kuchoka nini. Aya kuna Edward Kamau asemaje Albo, it's 8:58 p.m. here in Nairobi. Niko na swali. Is your tracking career which project have you ever dealt? Okay, which project have you ever dealt and how did this help you so far? In my tracking career project? Edward Kamau. Kama project ya construction ama one of the biggest projects nimework kama if that's what you're talking about projects za construction ni light rail transit system. Nikianza construction hapa Minneapolis tulianza na from Minneapolis to St. Paul wakona create ile commuter train. So ilikuwa kuna existing road to University Avenue katikati kwa median wakona create train hapo system. Juu ligundua kuna so much traffic in a move between Minneapolis and St. Paul. So that's one of the biggest projects nilifanya kazi kwa light rail. Ilikuwa 5 years ikaisha. So then immediately after that 2 years in between wakaanza project moja inaitwa light rail ilikuwa green line. So green line extension. So ilikuwa Minneapolis ni kama iko tuseme this side, St. Paul iko east of the Minneapolis east. So ili connect hizi two cities, alafu sahi the same green line ina extend kwenda west mpaka place inaitwa Eden Prairie. Malibra wanaishi Eden Prairie. So hiyo ni green line extension. Alafu kuna pre-existing railway ilikuwa huko before. It could end up from Mall of America, which is one of the largest malls in the world, I think, maybe second or third. Alafu kulikuwa na blue line in a run from Mall of America, inapitia Terminal 1, Terminal 2 airport, ina connection na Minneapolis. So kwa Minneapolis, and you want to go to the airport, you don't really need to get an Uber, utapanda train directly back kwa airport. Inapita underground airport. So hiyo ni blue line. So I think 2026, in the near future, kuna project moja inaanza inaitwa Blue Line Extension. So hiyo because imeanzia south, imekam to Minneapolis, inaenda from Minneapolis to north of the cities. Place inaitwa Brooklyn Park, I think. Brooklyn Park. Ni place wa Wakenya wengi huishi huko hivyo, watu weusi, basically. Hata mayor ni mtu mweusi, finally, at last. So hizo ndio one of the biggest projects nishaifanya. Siwezi sema they're good or they're bad, but nile tu overall ni kama ni projects, that is hiyo ndio one of the biggest projects. Lakini mupenda job easy. Job si rahisi, ni hard. I would love to, lakini jobs iko everywhere. Sijui kama unamaanisha hivyo Edward Kamau, projects maybe ndio hiyo. In your career, which project have you ever dealt? How did this help you so far? So, I don't know, hebu fafanua vizuri kama sijui answer vile sama project. Mimi nimeunderstand vile umeniuliza. Hebu ni fafanua vizuri kama niko off kidogo. Sasa, so kwa next kuna Manu Sudi, present Albo. Oh, huyu ameingia sahi. Sasa hakuna swali. Alafu, hi Albo, happy to see you today. Oh, good. Climate. Umeonyesha nini? Umeonyesha jina ama ni fonts? So sijui kama kuna anything TikTok. before niendelee mbele, imeanza kitambo sana. Okay, sio ni swali yoyote hapa hivi. Na scroll tu, by the way, na scroll. Sawa, tuko up to date. So ndio hivyo, kupata license lazima ukuwe na class A CDL license, inakuwa hivyo, lazima uone training kidogo, alafu kishaenda training ndio ukishamaliza hiyo story unaanza kuwa na unaanza job, unaweza kuwa employee, ubuy truck yako, whatever you want to do. Ile tu ni skilled level, ni kama kuwa na skill. Kuwa na truck ni kama skill. Nikasema the best example mu give ni ile, suppose unaendesha ma3, kuna shule specific inasema this is how you drive a matatu. Afana ni driving. No, I think ma3 pia need commercial something certification, sikumbuki poa, BCE, passenger endorsement, kitu kama hiyo. Ile tu inakupatia license ya some training before ubebe watu. That's what it is. Same na tracking. So kuna Maisha Ken, hey Albo, could you advise on pet industry as a business venture since pets are more prioritized in the US? I don't know what to tell you. Missing a pet. But it's true. I think the good idea hiyo ni ile ukiona kitu kama kuna need, there's a need somewhere. Pet industry kuna a couple of manufacturing companies, hizo tuanza food, pet food. Kama gani za kubuka top of my head. Kuna kadhaa, by the way, industry. So kuna ile pet grooming ama pet lodging, vitu kaa hizo. So I'm not really familiar because mi mwenyewe sina pet, by the way. I don't have one. My mother-in-law ndiye akona dogi kama 4 hivi, hizi ndogo ndogo hizi. Alafu I don't know much about it, so si ati najua kila kitu. I'll be honest with you, mi mwenyewe sina pet. I can't have a pet in my house sahi juu tuna watu wanakimbia kila mahali. Maybe wakimove out nataka company. Watu wana pet juu ya ile company ile, if you're so used to raising kids, alafu ukishakuwa at some point ufike mahali uone kama tuseme uko lonely kidogo, unaingia mambo ya pet. Sasa ndio kuwa na pet at least nakusaidia ku live your life. But if you're thinking about it, angalia mali hiyo need iko, alafu how you can feel it. Ukifulfill your need, that will make you a lot of money. Sababu mimi ndio hivyo tracking. It was not my original idea, by the way. Mimi the tracking, but one of my friends was doing it. One of my old friends from high school. Akaniambia, this is how much money I made. Nikaangalia check akasema, oh, this is big. That's all you gotta do, ununue track yako alafu hivyo tu. Hivyo tu nikaona kwangu it's an easier way sababu if you want to make 6 figures, for example, kuna some courses you can take, uingie shule, labda ufanye maybe project management, ufanye coding, kuna vitu kadhaa unaweza alafu it starts you off from a 6-figure income. If somebody told you that unaweza make 6 figures na tracking, all you gotta do ni kuenda chuo for 1 month, alafu drive him say 2-3 months upata experience ama the whole year. The following year, after 1 year of training, ile self training, ununue track yako, you start making 6 figures. I mean, it looks like an easier route than everything else. That's what I did. Mi sikuwa na very option mingi sana. Niliamua, okay, I'll do this. I'll just buy the truck one day. Nikanunua truck na personal loan, nikaanza hivyo. So from then, I make 6 figures or maybe over. Nili create the opportunity because in my sense, it was the easiest thing for me to do. So kama uko na any idea in mind, don't let anybody stop you. Wewe ifanye tu. Lakini yangu ilikuwa hivyo. That's why Mungu anashare hizi vitu example ndio ile ujue kuna nagaje kwa historia ya ku create your own opportunity. Sababu si rahisi kuwa business owner, mostly it's not for everybody. Sababu kuna ups and downs. Lakini Mungu angalia what's my bottom line? Am I able to pay my bills on time every month? Yes. Okay. Naenda hivyo. Nikisema my bills, nikuja hapa States, my first job iko nilipa maybe $9 an hour. So I was making nimesahau acha niwashe hii nimesahau kuwasha kitu moja hapa hivi. Tanikatisia kidogo. Nilimove. Sasa imeenda mbali kidogo. Sawa. On. Mwanga niko plugged in na kila kitu, niko plugged in na vitu mingi hapa mawaya. Ni make sure audio iko fiti. Sawa. Iko on. So niliamua create my own path. The quickest way to earn a living. Nikaingia tracking. That's what I did by then. I just thought that was a good idea for me to pursue. Una create your own opportunity, alafu unaifuata tu through. That's what I did. No big deal. So industry priority. Okay, Maisha, could you advise on pet industry? That's what I'm siko familiar naye sana, by the way, because I don't have a pet, but I know there's an opportunity. So if that's your idea, Maish Ken, utakuwa poa saa kabisa. Nilikuwa nasema the biggest project in your tracking career you have ever undertaken or dealt with. The biggest project kama construction project, hiyo ni hiyo light rail. That's the biggest nishaifanya. Light rail ni sikumbuki budget ya kwanza, but the current one imeanza 2019, inaendelea ijaisha bado. It's about $2.4 billion US dollars project. So that's what nimefanya hii job karibu the last, hata this year nafanya, by the way. I think wako finishing touches, seme not last week but the previous week nilikuwa huko hivyo, nilikuwa hiyo story ya light rail industry. So kuna msapa hapa hivi creative journey kanaulizaje TikTok, anasema solar energy industry, how is it? I don't know much sana kwa solar hapa Minnesota. I think it could be a good question kuuliza msana anaishi Arizona, California, Texas. Juko kuna sunlight throughout the year. Minnesota kuna 4 seasons. So I think msakana try hata Akon ule musician Akon ako into energy, you invest na solar energy, iko Arizona juu they have plenty of sun huko hivyo. Compared to Minnesota, so ngana kama sun yetu ni very limited. Kuna summer 3 months, hii ingine ni plus minus. I think kuna kama 6 months of sunlight. Na si ile poa sana, ni ile tu once in a while inakaa ikiishia. So Arizona could be the best place to run solar. Ni kama desert hivi. So that's the best place kuwa na solar juu kuna jua all year round. Unaona? Utai maximize kwa solar. But kuna masolar panels hapa Minnesota pia. It's a really good thriving industry. Unajua Minnesota as a state ni very progressive. Au angalia alternatives ways kama za energy, wameinvest heavily na solar panels. Nikidrive kwa hizi farm roads, most of the places more ni hizo solar panels wameziattach kwa grid, so they're actually producing electricity using renewable energy, sababu solar ni renewable energy. Najua ingine ya kama hydropower, unategemea maji kiflow kirun turbine throughout the night day, alafu kuna ile watumianga diesel engine kurun magenerator ama. So renewable energy ni kitu poa kuinvest naye because ni kama energy recycle. So hiyo ndio wind energy na solar. Kuna some places in Minnesota kuna ma solar panels, lakini the best place kukua ni Arizona, alafu unaingisha kwa grid. Utalipo by the way, hata kulease land yako for solar panels. Mbona hivyo? So tuendelee Q&A, nimesahau. Undertaking. So Edwin Kamau, the biggest project so far nimedo job ni hiyo, naweza sema hivyo, ni hiyo light rail project. Juu ni 2 tracks of train, alafu ni electric trains. So sisi tunadu ile part ya, ndio kuna type mbili ya construction. Kuna builders na kuna nimesahau jina. Builders au build nyumba. Builder au build kwenda juu hivi. Alafu au wengine ni gani? Developer ni ile surface chini. So kwa construction kuna 2 things. Kuna builders na developers. Sawa. Developers au develop land wana make ready. So kwa sekta yangu ya dump truck, mi niko part of developer side ya construction. Ile watakamu wa lay down foundation, alafu wa create roads. Basically this is what they do. Suppose kuna land tu iko tu natural, the way it looks like. Land tu ya kawaida, nothing there over there. Wata bring heavy equipment, zile ma heavy equipment. Sijui zinaitwangaje, nimesahau jina. Kuna equipment moja iko na kama tray hivi, inaangusha hivi chini alafu ina scoop. It scoops everything as it goes. Naona. Kuna Mugo Zak amepatiana, I think ni CAS $2. Thanks Mazik for donation, man. Thanks. Nasaidia channel sana. Thank you Mazik for donate, man. I don't ask you too much. Nataka kumtambua kabisa ame donate $2. So inaingia hivi alafu ina level your ground. So this is what they do. Developer, you prepare land for the builders. Sawa. What do? Nikiingia kwa job site, mimi the first thing sifanya ni hivi. Suppose kuna contaminated soil, itonga removal, tutaitoa, itaipeleka kwa landfill. So the first thing ni removal, number 1, removal, unaitoa. Second thing kuna ile wana prepare, hiyo ni developer sasa, wana mali barabara itakuwa. So kama kuna barabara itakuwa hapa hivi from maybe the main road, watachimba chini, I don't know how many feet, msako construction tunaniambia. Mimi ile I'm talking through observation, au chimba chini. So wata remove hiyo part ya, sometimes they do it even without us being there. Wataitoa hiyo removal, pile up on the side, wadig chini. So barabara itakuwaje? So maybe ni assume ni kama it's housing project. kuna ile main maybe county road iko hapa, wataingia ndani hivi wachimbe hiyo place, alafu izunguke hivi maybe round hivi kama oval shaped, alafu maybe weke straight. So the first thing kwa developer hiyo anza na barabara kwanza, sawa? Kichimba barabara malize. Kwa nini? Na hizo heavy equipment hizo, hata kuna ile heavy equipment dump truck. Then kama kuna hiyo wameshachimba hiyo nini barabara already, washai level na kila kitu, the first thing we'll do kama construction, utasema hivi, watakama truck kama 10 zi bring sand, mchangarao ama nini ito nini, imesahau jina sand Kiswahili mchangarao, I don't know, sand. So wata bring sand, tunakam na truck hivi, tuna back up, tunamwaga. Ku back up ni ku reverse, tuna reverse, tunamwaga. So as tukimwaga ile bulldozer ina spread around. So kwa hiyo place wamechimba shimo, wata create barabara kwanza wamalize. So at least kuna access to the development. That's number 1, barabara. So after washamwaga sand imelevel, kwa sababu uzuri ya sand ni malleable ama compatible, wanaweza ifinye chini ishikilie, yani waseparate ile the natural soil ya hiyo place na sand juu ni barabara, watachimba chini. So the next thing after sand, so we'll be dumping maybe halfway, alafu tumambue maybe from midday. Okay, now next load, the first 3 trucks, next load kuja na gravel, but the rest of you endelea ku bring sand. So what are we doing the gravel? Watakama mwage gravel hapo hivyo, so we can have a way ya ku back up, ku reverse ndani ya project kimwaga hiyo gravel, sababu ku drive kwa sand na gari ya kawaida ni hard, hii ku drive na gravel is easier, sawa? So then we'll be doing that all day. That could be a week, it depends how big the project is. Omaza barabara. So the next thing after barabara, wala wasa utility, uta bring maybe kwa barabara moja, hii side ni ile maji ya nini, pipeline ya maji, ile firefighter, ile itongaje, fire hydrant maji, utilities utaka hii side hapa hivi, alafu side they'll do gas. At the same time gas, kuna sort of lay down pipes za kama simu, fiber optic cables, alafu kuna ile drainage, hiyo yote hiyo pipes na kila kitu. Hiyo ni developer, ata develop land yote amalize, sawa? Itwaje? Mnesh agrees, Cooper wills. So ata bring your utility. So what do we have? We have the barabara iko ready to go, kuna drainage, kuna so na gas hapo inapampiwa, especially kwa cities, kuna line ya gas inakam kwa kama maji vile maji ukam. So utilities ni water, sewer, your sewage, na ile nimesahau gas, fiber optic, hizo ni utilities zile za kawaida. Watazi lay down wamalize project. So after that, everything is laid down in place. Then we will stop coming over there. Then the builders will come. So the builders, they need trucks too. Why? Because lazima wa excavate hiyo mchanga, wanda ku create foundation. They'll need sand too. So project ni vile tu mimi mudu, because the way my company is structured, mwaga nime sign up kama minority owned business. So normally job muzi pata ni job za si developing sana ni za city projects. Maybe kama kuna wana create kama a new library, vitu kaa hizo, or maybe wana improve zile trails za kukimbia za mtaa, maybe ni public park, vitu kaa hizo ni munga na do job mara mob sana, by the way, because of my minority owned business. They need somebody of color afanye ndio ibalance ile equation ile ya naona kila mtu kwa pamoja. So santa sema hi my G. So you know, builders, developer. So that's what we do technically. So buildings na go up every year, by the way, kuna development. Alafu barabaras na kuwa repaired every year. So that's what construction is all about. Builders, developers. Builders, developer. Sometimes after 3-4 years, maybe kuna sewage system ilikuwa built 1934, by the way. Hizo ndio kama kuna kampuni moja itwa Minga, kila au try ku build zile ma buildings za 1934, the sewage system wana try ku improve. So wakona contract yes, during 50 years, the city of Minneapolis will update all the underground utility something, pipes, drainage. So hiyo ni job ingine. That's what I do. So ni kitu iko very marketable construction, especially in a progressive state, na ile kuna do ya kuspend. Utapata kama place kama the city, state of Alabama, which is one of the poorest states ya US, they don't have a lot of projects unless wakwe federally funded. Lakini Minnesota alone kuna kama 5 counties ziko so rich they don't even need the state money to run their own affairs. They're making enough money as the county. so they can run their own projects. Naelewa? Alafu ile wanataka tu maybe 30% from the state, maybe 20% from the federal, so they can do their own thing. That's how rich they are. So Minnesota being a progressive state, ina running projects zake kivyake. Hiyo ni muhimu sana by the way, kwa sababu kiishi state ile ko digressive ama regressive, develop sana, amna majob mingi sana. Everybody's fighting for the small resources. Sababu sema kama kwa history ya America, the southern states zile revolt siku ya nini, walisemaje wataka kuwa na sema state rights, lakini hiyo ni uongo. Wanataka preserve slavery because they were using free labor for free. Most of them is organiziko, one of the biggest employer hizo states ni Walmart. Everybody works at Walmart. Wakona distribution center, wakona hizo ma stores, wanauza vitu. So that's one of the biggest employers. In Minnesota kuna vitu different mingi sana. Unaona? Kuna medical, kuna nini. So it's good to live in a progressive state. Sasa. So tuendelee. So what about dump truck in Texas? Ikoaje? 3K. Nimesikia Texas market ya huku iko run na wase wa Mexico. Ndio wamechukua hiyo nini, wametake over. So sijui lembwa si poa sana hivyo. Oh, ndio hiyo. On my way to amend this Friday, boss, need to have a proper conversation. Oh, sasa. Chef Karanga amesema nakuja nini Minneapolis. How do you compare in Missouri? I can't compare if I don't live there. Najua niko really stuck in if there's somebody anasikiza hii story na Missouri, tell us how the construction scene is. Niko very sure every state iko na construction, but it depends on how progressive your state is and how they invested much kwa hizi story kama za nini, kama za no, you have to be invested kwa construction in your state. If you're not, then no. Do you do construction? I'm part of me deliver materials. I deliver materials in construction sites. Developer, not builders. Even sometimes builders occasionally. Sasa YouTube hapo imenafaa sana. So chef, karibu sana bana. Nilikuwa nasema the biggest project in your trucking career you have ever undertaken or dealt with. Ni light rail too, one of the biggest in light rail, nothing else. Oh, I'm an engineer in Missouri. So I don't know. Do you have construction projects or anything, any big thing happening over there? Sababu you have to, like, if there's mostly kazi ya dump truck, you're working with the developers, land developers, ile landscaping, ile prep ya builders. We don't really build, to develop land. So if there's upper Minnesota, the city is growing. It's like expanding tuna kama a loop hivi 494 na 694. When I first came here, most of the city ilikuwa within hizo highway, hiyo boundary. Saidi kama imeextend, imeenda mbali. Hata some of the highways ziko outside hiyo loop, kuna so much development, they're thinking of building a new loop, second loop tena ile itakuwa kama 72 miles ama 82 miles, watabring in maybe 120 miles juu ya hiyo. So developers, more kind of developers mostly. I'm not a construction engineer. I just provide services, transportation services, your materials, removal, vitu kaa hizo. Sasa, so naangalia hivyo, that's where you're coming from. Sasa, mostly we do environmental, Masti. So environmental kama engineer, environmental like redirecting the river, something like that, or forests. The trucking. I'm not really that construction guy. I just drive the truck and deliver. Simple, the bottom. Masti, how is transportation and hauling material in Missouri? Santos Kinana nakuuliza hivyo. Muulize kama uko Missouri, tuambie bana, ni poa. Uko city gani? You show me the ropes. Franklin M. Kama mimi Franklin, mimi naishi Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. Naishi Minneapolis, St. Paul, the northern state, karibu na Canada. So kwa YouTube aisemaje? Makalechieng, vipi Albo? Hope Sunday yako iko inaenda fiti. Mrembo job anapelekaje so far after kurudi job? Ameanza kutake business seriously ama bado ana dilidali? Wacha check ingie. Hii si nini, anangoja check ingie. Check ya kwanza inaingia maybe sijui kama ni next week kama hiyo wiki. Kitu kaa hiyo, check ya kwanza ikiingia. You can unaweza kuwa unserious until you wanna check your tracking moja. Utashangaa. Unaona? Unaweza chapa 2 weeks alafu kuna 10,000. Gross income though, ni gross income. So I'm also trying to get to do tracking. You guys are killing it. Masti. It's just construction. We work with construction, everything construction. If you have a state that supports minority-owned business, is advisable to apply for the contract. You could apply for the contract. I tried 2-3 years. I was thinking about it, by the way. Nikapata, for the big consistent projects, it's best practice ku team up na an existing contractor, sababu ukichukua wewe mwenyewe you could fail because angalia mtu ana exist already, then you start working with them, alafu ujue ile learn on the job. Ukiona what they're doing una imitate mpaka ukuwe comfortable kujifanyia vitu mwenyewe, itakuwa poa hivyo. Sasa itakuwa fit sana hivyo. So Santos Kinara, they have lost lost to project, I will say lots. Master sama nini? Sida nini? Do you need a class A DL or just a license? For dump truck ni class B, ile kuna kuallow kunini kuhaul mzigo over 26,000 pounds. Kama U-Haul, zile trucks za U-Haul, the big one, hiyo ile more capacity. Unaweza angalia guidelines what they need for that. So Michael Ochieng, check itaingia, tuna check itaingia tu pole pole. Umeona? Mi nikidu job kama sahi, if I do 40 hours a week, niko na 5,000. 80 hours a week, niko na 10,000. Unaona? Very simple. Nikidu 160, niko na 20,000. Nikidu a little bit extra every day kama 9 ama 10 hours every day, niko na ina increase tu hivyo as you go. Unaona? Hivyo. So pia check itaingia. Lakini you have to spend money to make money. So whatever money you spend to make that money 10,000 in 2 weeks, itabidi ubaye mafuta. Insurance it could do once. So kuna expenses associated with the business. Like I unaamua how do you go for me, in my personal opinion, kwa watu mujua mostly e-tracking ni one of the easiest thing to do, sababu ukishaenda chuo 1 month upate license, uko na hiyo opportunity ya kutengeneza 20,000 a month, minimum 20,000, 160 hours, 20,000 a month. Ukienda over 160 uko na 25, uko na 30, it's up to you. It's a very easy thing to do. Muona hivyo ni kama easy money, ninasema easy money. So Maishke, would you shed light on real estate if you intend to come with a spouse and make investment with taking mortgages or another cheat code for the system in any state, and mostly preferably for property taxes? Maishken, real estate sijui nikwambiaje, I'm thinking about it too. Investment you take time. Kama when you're good in sales, you can be a realtor, unauzia watu nyumba. But kuna hata siwezi explain, muwe na kama the simplest things. Any investment unaanza America, it takes time. No, you know the truth. Sababu if you're a good salesman, I'm not saying you're not, I'm just saying if you're a good salesman, uko na chances za kumake it haraka haraka, sababu kila mtu akona ability yake. There's something it comes easy. No, it comes easy. You can make sales. Yeah, ingia real estate, sababu utakuwa na more opportunities. Alafu pia the most basic thing kwa musema kwa everything, any investment you make, you need a cash flow. So tracking is one of the easiest way kutengeneza cash flow, but lazima uko consistent. Wesema napata CDL iendeshe 1 month alafu nimekidoa alafu nichukue break. Ni consistency. Any investment in future uko nayo, it needs cash flow, consistent cash flow. Alafu advantage ile, you need to make more than you need, by the way. Sababu angalia, kama mimi nasema I'm making 20,000 a month, for example. Nasema ile hours zangu ile. Hii hesabu ni hivi, sulipo 125 an hour. Sawa, 125 an hour when I'm working construction. So assuming ile basic, I worked 8 hours every day times 5. Hiyo ni 40, sindio? So 125 times 40 ni ngapi? Piga tu hesabu yako, ni very simple. 125 times 40. Very easy. Itakuwa 125, itakuwa nini? Itakuwa ni 5,000 straight up. Unaona? 40 hours. So ukienda 80 hours, 10,000. Ukienda the next 2 weeks, 20,000. But if you're working 10 hours every day, it increase you from 20 to 25 to 28. It depends. It's how hard do you work. Suppose una do 10 hours every day. So itakuwa 50 hours. Itakuwa how much? Itakuwa 6,000. Itakuwa ngapi? 18, 12, 24,000. Sawa, ina increase tu hivyo the more hours you work. So ukienda kwa the lowest 40 hours ni 10,000. So bills zangu, household bills ni 6,000. So nikitoa 6,000 kwa bills zangu, that's all I need to pay for myself every month. Na hii ni ile 6,000 before wife and could do job. So now my wife is driving her own truck now for the first time since I knew it, by the way. Since I knew it. So both of us was 2020. Hiyo ni 40 altogether. Lakini unajua pesa ya mama ni pesa ya mama. Pesa yangu ni pesa yetu. So truck moja imepoa. This year I'm only driving one truck. Kuna truck moja imekaa sijaendesha tangu nikuje. Tangu this year ianze. Because job ija pick up vile niko natarajia. Actually the truth really, I'm just sick of running the drivers kidogo for now. Kawa if amerudi truck yake, wacha tu survive kidogo mpaka tuone to build, yani to build some ile safety net before to hire driver tena. Niko na driver wawili last year, but sahi truck moja imepoa, hata naweza iuza hiyo truck, si dump truck. Tuendelee. So property mortgage you can do that, unakuwa realtor, but investment kama hiyo it still needs cash flow. Kuchukua mortgage you need cash flow. Unaona? Ile entry level ina need cash flow. Kama kuna hii social credit system, itakuwa credit score. You need to have your first loan unachukua itakuwa determine na your credit score. You're going to be the personal guarantor. Anything after whatever money you make itaku bring to the next thing. So tracking musema watu recommendation ile, the easiest way kuanza kuwa na cash flow ya maana, meaningful cash flow that you can do stuff with. Kind of makes sense. No. Sababu if you're making more than you need, alafu kuna 10,000 extra every month, please, how many things can you invest in? Imagine 10,000. Okay, the construction kuna 9 months, suppose ni 90,000 a year. Oh, there's things you can do with 90, I'm telling you, man. There's things. There's things you can do. Na hii ni ile wewe mwenyewe ukidrive truck yako. Suppose seme I want to reinvest in my business, ni run 4 trucks. Uko na madereva. Sasa itakuwa 90 anymore. Probably itakuwa dereva unabaki na maybe 30% of hiyo ganji yote. So itakuwa kama from 20 to 30% ama 40% ya 20. That's what you'll have extra every month. No. So ina make sense kitu, the easiest path ya ku bring cash flow kwa life yako ni kuanza tracking. Example, by the way, that I know. Kuna other things nisema tu that I know. Alafu advantage yako ni ile unanijua, ndakwambia this is how I do it, this is how I don't do it. No. That's what I'm trying to do over here. It's the only way, it's the easiest way that I know of. So Masi, do you mean also as a company driver or owner-operator? Owner-operator. You see company driver. Company driver, out of you 5,000, maybe kuna 2,000. So, okay, from my perspective, maskini, mimi tu maskini, mimi kweli kabisa maskini. My mindset, even as a driver, making 2,000 a week, it's a lot of money. Sikudanganye. As mimi, kuna wasalaba kuna budget kubwa kuliko yangu. Naona. Making 2,000 a month, I mean a week, hiyo ni kama 8,000 a month. That's a lot of money too for a driver. Lakini driver inamaanisha you have to be experienced. Ile you're doing like ukuna experience, alafu uko competent, ndio somebody will comfortable pay you enough. Kunini. But driver will make between I think 25 to 35 in your range based on your experience. Mona. Based on experience. Ukienda over 35, labda ni specific projects inalipa more than that. So lazima sababu rate ya driver ni kama I think 30% of whatever you make. So but when mwenyewe wewe ndio unaamua. No, if you're paid more, it's up to you. No. So hizi ma contracts lipo more, au lipo more, wala ma contractor lipo more. But ile tumeagree nao ni gani, tumesign contract nao. So even if they're making more money, that's none of my business. That's their business because hao ndio walikuwa kwa hiyo seat kwa table, walipata na budget yao ni ngapi. So suppose maybe they're supposed to keep like maybe $40 from what they pay me. So mlipo 125. Maybe ongeza 40 kwa 125 itakuwa nini? Maybe they're paid 165. So wanna keep 40 and put 25 ile for getting the job because they work hard, they have to get a commission. Kuna wale mabroker vitu hizo. So suppose I get 200. That's none of my business. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu mimi contract yangu nasema nini? 125. Naona hivyo sasa. Kuna potential ya make more money too. Lakini msema from my level right now, hata siwezi fight nao, nda partner nao than fighting for them. Mona. So where do you get those contracts? Ziko always available. Construction season yuanza fall. Alafu inaisha, I mean inaanzanga spring, inaisha fall. So approximately nasema 9 months. On a good spring morning, construction inaanza. Spring hiyo anza December 21st ndio winter inaanza, January 21st, February, March 21st. So musema by the time nafika April construction imeanza already, alafu inaisha lini? November hivi, fall, late fall ama mid fall ama late fall, November hivi. So approximately kama 9 months hivi, kwa sababu winter contracts ziko available. It's not like you're just gonna walk in when upata contract. Kuna utasema hivi, first of all utaanza na hivi, uangalie makampuni sema, hey, I want to be a contractor for your company. What do I need? Ambia, oh, simple. Unatumia hata utapigia simu, watumie email, they'll send you the information. Kwambie, we need you to have a truck. Okay, truck. Aina gani? Okay, we run sema hivi kama kampuni yenu mfanyia. Au sema we run side dumps, we run belly dumps, we run dump trucks. Dump trucks kuna category. Kuna ile dump truck ile kuna 3 drop axle inaitwa quint, kuna ile kuna 4 inaitwa quad, alafu kuna try. Mostly they don't run tries kwa sababu hiyo ni hasara kwao, au the bulk the better. So mu prefer enda kwa ile quint, ile car truck yangu hiyo drop axle ngapi? 3. Iko na yani overall all the axles kwa hiyo truck ni 6 axles. Zile 3 ziko actively mguu 10 kwa barabara, 2 ziko lifted until I'm loaded then I drop. Ile una spread weight. Nakwambia we need 19 tons. Hata sama specification ya truck. Truck should be 400 horsepower. I suppose na do side dump. Nakwambia okay, this is what we need. Preferably a day cab, equal a lightweight, because they want to maximize the payload. Because sometimes they are paying you by the hour, but they are paid by the load. So they want to maximize. Kama truck yangu moja ya pili nikinunua, ya kwanza iko na banga kama 22.5 tons, maximum inakuwa 80,000 pounds. Ya pili iko na banga 24 tons, under 80. Ya third ilikuwa a little bit heavy, maybe 23. Sahii niko naye sahii nabeba kama 23.75 kitu kaa hiyo, pamoja na 23 and a half. So they'll give you the specification. Nakwambia, these are the requirements we need from you. We need a truck that's like this, like this, like this. So ukishambo hiyo information, then how do you use the information? Anda kushop around for a truck. So do I want to do side dump? Do I want to do dump truck? Do I want to do end dump? Kuna hizo ma specification. Then utaenda utafuta hiyo truck uinunue. So now process ya kununua truck ni aje? You need to have financing. Which banks finances new businesses? Ziko available. Kuna grants za city, but lazima uzitafute. You have to do your own homework. Because remember kitu ni nini? Wewe ni independent contractor. So it's not like you're going to talk to somebody, then they'll walk you through the whole process. I will do that for free kwa internet hapa hivi. The ile haraka information. But when you start with when the rubber meets the road, sabu, I'm not going to sign up a company for you. You have to get the own company. No, I'm not going to get you a loan. You have to get the loan. Mina kulidi kwa ile enda ukufanya hivi, fanya hivi. Alafu the rest is on your own. Because remember when independent contractor. Best example, suppose imagine ndakubunua ma3 nganya ya kwenda Nairobi huko hivyo ma3. Unasema ma3 inauzwa wapi? Isuzu. Who makes the bodybuilder? Sijui ni nani. Kitambo ilikuwa sijui nimesahau jina hizo, jina nipasahau. Hizo ma bodybuilder companies. Utanunua Isuzu. Gani iko recommended? Kuna hii axle, kuna hii axle. So you'll have to get a loan, build your truck to your specifications, then utafute route uende sijui kwa wao asema ma corporation, usign up now, uingie ma3 number 9 Isili ama 23 outer ring, uingie huko hivyo alafu uanze kudo job. That's nobody will do that to you. You have to buy the matrix. Sababu wewe ni independent business owner. Same thing na tracking. Lakini ile initial stages, but a license, now you're getting closer. When kuendesha mse job, you're getting even closer. Kwa nini? Whatever you kasema upata license ya kama kuendesha ma3, for example, the BCE ama license ya Kenya, then you start driving the ma3 hata kama 2, 3, 4 months hivi. Of course you should do experience. So based on 4 months of driving, if the owner fires you, quit job, when would after job ingine ya mse mwingine, because you have prior experience, inamaanisha you're already skilled enough to drive the truck with minimum supervision. Hiyo ndio maana kwa dere mzuri. So they'll pay you more money, compensation, on hivyo. So the same thing na construction. If you buy your own truck, then ile cheat code ni hivi, nunua tu truck. Kama unaweza finance, kuja nayo. Tafuta mimi, ndakaa na waset nikuintroduce, ndio huyu nani hapa, ndio huyu nani, ndio huyu nani. Uchukue namba za kila mtu simu. So if you ever have any questions, kuna resources. Kuna tuko Kenya wengi sana tunadui kitu, by the way. Usinione kama mimi peke yangu. Mimi ndio na rapoko hapa kwa internet. Kuna Kuna wasee wengi kama ni drop track on Friday, drop track on Friday kupeleka service, nikaona msee fulani, nikaona huyu ni Mkenya, basi kujua kabisa ni Mkenya, alikuwa busy. So kutoka tu hivi nje, ni aje Maisha States, kaambia poa poa, hakuniambia jina alikuwa anaishi. Naona either ni nani ama ni nani, sikumwangalia face, but alijua mimi ni nani, Maisha States, naona. So kuna watu wengi wanajua tracking hapa Kenya, or Kenya by the way. So kama uko Minnesota hapa for example, you won't lack resources. Kuna watu kibao watakuguide, umeona. But the thing, because you're an independent contractor, these things you have to do by yourself, unaona. Hiyo sasa ufanyiwa, nobody's coming to rescue you. Kuna vitu lazima ufanye mwenyewe. Nobody will enda kufanya kuna hiyo time bana. Unaona, kila mtu ana shughuli zake bana, umeona. And if you're building your own career, why do you expect somebody else to build it for you? So itabidi walipe commission, then you'll be losing all the money kwa sababu unalipa consultation fee. Sawa. So Maish Ken, would you shred? Okay, nishaanza hiyo. Twende next, liko nani? Liko kwa Mugo Zak. Hello Albo. Mugo Zak amepriana $2 mazee donation. Thanks mazee, thanks sana. Sijapata donation for a long time hapa hivi. You end on a good course by the way. Okay, ukidonate kwa channel on a good course. Sana. Kama if you can, unaweza donate. If it's for a good cause. Siendi finance lifestyle yangu. Mupatia na kwa wase wale they need help mostly. So kidonate. But nashukuru sana by the way. It's been a while since msa akuwa na super chat. Anyway, so kwa hapa hivi si kuropokwa ni kutuchanua. Yeah, nasema hivyo yani. Nasema tu mimi niliamua, I thought if I'm going to go to the internet, alafu niongee na watu, wacha nipatiane value fulani. So what value do I have? Not so much by the way. I'm very average. The only thing ile najua kudu tracking nimedu 15 years. So I've learned a thing or two. So I'm pretty sure kama wewe ni new, before kuja unipite in the initial stages za kuencourage kuanza hii business, ndakusaidia. Naona. Alafu baadaye utakaponisaidia pia wewe, because maybe utakuwa by the way, average, mimi ni average. Kuna wase kama mimi, okay, I have 3 trucks. Sawa. Nimesema kama if one truck makes you 20,000 a month, suppose una dere. So think about it. Nimesema 40 hours average. Piga tu hesabu yako ndio uone ile kile nasema. So one truck makes you 20,000 a month. Ile ni average kabisa, tuende to the lowest 20,000, 40 hours a week. Je, kama una truck 4 ni how much? No. Piga tu hesabu. Kama moja ni 20,000 a month. Okay, suppose ulibuy truck na payment. Payment ni 4,000, insurance ni 1,000. Mafuta ni kama 3,000 hivi, 2,000, 3,000, sema 3,000. Hiyo ni 7. 20 minus 7 ni ngapi? Una 13. 13. Expenses zako za nyumbani ni how much? Ni 6,000 kama mimi, ama 5,000. Akitoa 6,000 expenses zangu nabaki na 7,000 extra every month. Hiyo ni truck moja. Sawa? Hiyo 7,000 extra ndio ile whatever I'm saying expenses zangu, hizo ndio I'm paying myself as an employee of my company. Sawa? You still have 7,000 left over. You may buy everything. Alafu hesabu track ya pili, the same thing. Sababu the 7,000 uko nayo, okay, tuseme hivi, umake 20,000. Track payment ni 4,000 approximately. Insurance ni 1,000, hiyo ni 5,000. Mafuta ni 3,000, hiyo ni ngapi? Hiyo ni una minus 8 from 20. Unabaki na ngapi? 12. So I'm going to pay myself 8,000. Sawa, wewe jilipe mshahara 8,000 kama dere. Unabaki na ngapi from 12,000? 13 8 minus 1 2 12,000. Unabaki na 4,000 extra every month. Sawa, which pretty much is another track payment. Your 4,000. So they will say if 4,000 is, but in 9 months, see the whole year. So if you have 4,000, meaning if you buy an extra truck times 2, ulipe dereva, utabaki na 4,000 ingine. Ulipe dereva mwingine, utabaki na 4,000 ingine. So musamanga hivi, the extra money, na hii ni wewe pekee, naongea juu wewe pekee. Mimi nasamanga 6,000, that's my condition. Hiyo ni mimi by the way. What does being mimi means? Niko na mortgage, niko na watu wanne. Kuna lifestyle expenses, the lifestyle. Unaona? So I have more kids, I have a mortgage. So suppose ni wewe unaishi kwa apartment, alafu uko peke yako. Okay, si 6,000, itakuwa maybe tuseme 3,000, everything kwa hao. So kwa single you'll have more money. Kama una watoi, una familia, ndio mimi, so hiyo ni mimi peke yangu, hiyo 20,000. I still save 4,000. Kama una gari mbili, 4,000 nyingine inakuja. Hiyo inakuwa 8,000. Kama una gari 3 inakuwa endelea kuincrease 12,000. Kama una gari 4, 16,000. Kona gari tano, 20,000. So you can have 5 drivers and you still make 20,000 a month left over. Sabu, the whole concept is not how much money you make. You see the deal? The deal is how much money do you keep after, sababu kuna wasa kuna very expensive lifestyle, by the way. Kuendesha Range Rover si investment, ni lifestyle choice. Sawa, I'm being very clear. Mona, muendeshaga Audi, mini culprit. Kuendesha Audi is a lifestyle coach. I wish I knew what I knew now. Singainunua, but anyway, I had to buy it anyway. Ni lifestyle choice. See investment. So it depends how much is your lifestyle. Are you willing to delay your lifestyle choices ndio build investment? Ile itakuwa big deal. I'm giving myself 4 years to keep as much money as I can so that I can invest in a cash producing asset that will finance my lifestyle 4 years from now. So that's what I'm saying. Ile delay. Una delay, alafu una build. Alafu ukishafika hiyo level ya build, suppose kama tuseme una save 4,000 every month. I don't know where you're going to put it. Maybe real estate investment trust. I'm on shares. You can leverage later. It's up to you. Kuna so many options hapa hivyo. So you delay. Utaendesha ile gari ile ulinunua kwa auction, ukafix mlango ya blue, hood ya red. Hizo ndo gari mbaya states, by the way. Ile umenunua. Alafu survive na hiyo gari mpaka umalize. Sawa. Kishamaliza, you create investment. Maybe you'll buy asset flani. I don't know what it is. To assume your asset, it's making you 10,000 a month. Sawa. The new asset. 4 years from now, kuna something nisema hapa crucial in the beginning. When you're buying a truck, nimesema 4,000 in down payment your truck. But remember your down payment after 4 years or 5 years, depending on how long your loan is, ina disappear. Kapoof. No. So 4 years from now, the truck payment you're making, you're not making it anymore. Come from the next 2 months, I on a truck payment. I'm paying off my truck by October. Beginning October itakuwa stuck on a payment, beginning of October. So tuseme end of September itakuwa the last payment. So the 4,000 I was paying for the truck ina disappear for good. Never to be seen again. Ile magic. Meaning income yangu ita increase by 4,000. But suppose uanze hii truck in the first year, una make 4,000 extra. Kama uko na lifestyle kama yangu, kama uko na 4 kids and 4 kids and a house with a white picket fence, the American dream times 2. Kama unajonga hiyo ideology American dream. American dream is amangaje, you have a house with a picket fence ile fence ya white ile around 2.5 kids. So that's the American dream. So they say, kuna watoto wawili na dogi, 2.5 ni dogi, 2.5 na dogi. So 2.5 kids ni dogi, alafu kuna a white picket fence. What they don't tell you ni ile, having that house you ni mortgage, 2 kids 2 kids kuna daycare, kuna some expense associated with your American dream lifestyle. So kama wewe uko peke yako, kama example, nani najua mtu najua kabisa ni nani? Vincent Otieno. Vini iko hapa. Vini na mtoi. Okay, sawa. Vini yako States, amekam States Vini. Aende by truck ya 200 and something thousand, 300,000 by the way, 300,000. I'm not kidding. Watu wa TikTok kitambo, alibora tudanganya stories za jaba. Okay, true. Wacha useme stories za jaba, and go look it up. How much truck ina cost? To dump truck. Aya, uko na payment ya 4,000. Kwa sababu 4,000 ni hivi, very simple. Kama loan yako ni sijui by how much, suppose you're paying 4,000 a month. You ni how much in 1 year? 4,000. Piga hesabu zako. 4 times 12. Tuanza na 4 times 10. You ni 40,000. 48,000. 48 times 4 ama times 5 ni ngapi? Almost 50. Ni kama almost 250. So ukibuy truck, they need a down payment, 20% down. So kama truck ni 300,000, what's 20% of 300,000? Very simple. So ni 80,000. So they need 80,000 down payment. Then they'll only finance after giving you sababu the reason why they need down payment kwa truck ni ile tracking per se, according to ile bank, ile from the bank's perspective, it's a very risky business. It's a moving vehicle, so it's very risky. So before they finance 300,000 to you as an individual, see kampuni inakuwa different. It gets better, by the way. In the beginning, ile from foundation, wanasema hivi, they need 20% down. Kwa nini? If the truck is 300,000, wapatie 80,000 down, how much are you financing? 220. Sawa. 220 divided by 5. Hiyo ni hesabu ya 4,000 per month, by the way. 4,000 ni nini? If you don't give them a down payment, maybe 10% down, you'll be paying 5,000 a month. So you're losing 1,000 every month. That's just how the whole thing goes. Si mimi nimesema, by the way. Those are the rules. No, si mimi. So after 5 years, you've paid off your truck. So musabanga hivi, hiyo ni condition ya mimi nasema hivi example. Kama sahii mimi sahii watu wengi wanadoingi tracking, huu ni Vini. Tuende na Vini example. So Vini ameenda sijui alitoa 80,000 wapi? Let's just say alibuild whatever, alibuild hiyo 80,000 down. Akabuy truck. Hiyo truck ni 4,000. Vini ameanza maisha. Vini na mtoi, akona wife sijui. So anamtoi tuseme hivyo. Ama kwa loan peke yake. How kurent how ya 1 bedroom apartment sijui ni how much? 2,000 high end, let's say 1,500. Dishi mtu mmoja, oh please, come on, ngiri moja. So 3,000 expenses. Okay, Vini amesema, mimi nimekam state, sitaki story mob, niko peke yangu, niko single, who cares? Alibuy nini? Sijui alibuy nini Vini. Patia Vini gari gani? Siwezi mpatia Range Rover juu ni msee wa job. Vini akabuy pickup truck. Sawa, pickup truck ni kaa 1,000 per month. Sawa, na insurance kila kitu. So Vini anashanga GMC, Denali, itangaje GMC, itwaje pickup truck, sijui whatever. Suppose itangaje Silverado, Chevy Silverado ama Ford F-150, F-250 ni diesel. Sawa, hiyo ni Vini. So lifestyle yake ni 4,000 hivi. Payment truck lifestyle ni 4,000, payment truck ni 4,000, insurance ni 1,000, fuel ni 3,000. So tuanze. Number 1, 4,000 ni lifestyle, alafu 4,000 ni truck payment, alafu 1,000 ni insurance, alafu 3,000 ni fuel. So tumeenda 4, hiyo ni 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So every month Vini na drive your truck and I make 8,000 extra. Ile, not how much you make, is how much you keep from what you make. So Vini can keep 8,000 per month. How many months do you need before we get down payment your truck? Ingine ya pili? 10 months. No. If you invest in a truck, which is advisable, sababu ukiinvest in a truck ingine, if you're saving 8,000 wewe mwenyewe, the new truck, you're probably going to be saving 12,000. Jutakuwa na driver. So just by buying the second truck, uta increase ile cash flow. If you want to do trucking, that is. If you don't want to do trucking, labda uingie real estate, ununue nyumba, uweke rental, whatever you want to do, mimi sijui. Kila mtu ana flavor yake ya investment. So hapo ndio unasemaje, you'll be making more than you need, but it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep after making the money. Hapo ndio unasema delayed gratification, una build, alafu kama liko comfortable, then the new investment, ile cash flow to increase ya pili, which is passive, by the way. Passive inamaanisha nini? Sijui translation Kiswahili. Passive ni ile you don't have to be there to make the money. For example, suppose ufungue truck parking lot. Hiyo Mungu na in mind, truck and parking lot. Hii truck parking lot uli invest whatever money, ukachukua loan, you have to pay for it too, but cash flow hiyo truck kama tuseme hivi. Kuna 100 units, everybody's paying you $300 a month, alafu una make kama 30,000 a month. Payment hiyo truck ile uliomba because you borrow money to build business, maybe ni 7,000, unabaki na 23, alafu una hire mtu mmoja kuimanage. You don't even need to hire somebody, you do it yourself. So that means the new investment ya loan ya pili, it makes you 20,000 cash flow plus truck inakumekia 8,000 cash flow, hiyo ni 28. Unaona hiyo importance ya kusema yani ile importance ya delayed gratification ni ile you keep more money to invest in the next thing. Suppose semeaje, mimi nishafika, wacha ni buy Range Rover, maybe Range Rover the brand new, maybe it will cost you $2,000 a month, but gari si asset. It depends how you look at it. It's like asset because sababu inakupatia more women kama wewe ni chali, msana Range Rover, yeah, mdosi, whatever, but kukuwa na mademu wengi ni investment, ni asset ama ni liability? You be the judge, no? What I said hivi, create cash flow flani on the side, alafu na create cash flow kivyako, unakuwa disciplined as a person. So if you increase your cash flow by 20,000 extra on a passive income on this side, alafu bado na making 8, hii ni Vini, tunaongea Vini bado. Vini akona Silverado truck flani hivi, F-250, Ford or whatever. So that means kama uko na hiyo discipline ya kukeep do, alafu create asset, then now ukisha create asset ya pili, you're justified. Sikia nimesema you're justified kufinance lifestyle. Kwa nini? Because you're already making side passive income. So now you can buy the Range Rover uipark kwa garage, una driving it once a week. That's it. Kwa nini? Because you're not actually paying from your lifestyle from your business, ile tracking. You're paying for your lifestyle from the passive income cash flow ya side. Suppose ukidouble you and the side. So now you're justified ukifly mahali, una fly first class. See economy, alafu una pesa kuna kuspend. You can buy that watch that you always wanted. Kwa nini? Because you are not actively paying for that lifestyle. Your investment is paying for your expensive lifestyle. Ina make sense? That's what kuna wase fulani kwa ile kasho yetu ile muna kasho ile supercar Saturday au kama na Lamborghini. Kuna moja mku notice by the way, sidi kama notice ilikuwa ya grey. That's the newest Lamborghini 2025. Hopefully itakam tena, sijui kama sikumficha. Ilikuwa na kala moja dull sana, ilikuwa grey. Inafaa irap ndio ionekane. Ilikuwa the new, hata sijui tuaje, one of the newest Lamborghinis, sijui jina. Because from these guys buying a $600,000 Lamborghini, kwao is just a fraction of the money they make. So they don't feel the pain. Unaelewa? But if you start off making little money, alafu invest in a lifestyle before you invest kwa and you're paying it from your own blood, sweat, and tears, that's a stupid thing to do, by the way. So increase lifestyle yako after umeinvest na asset, cash producing asset. So ita justify having the extra stuff. But watu wengi vile wafikiria, una make do, una upgrade lifestyle. Aujui ku upgrade lifestyle costs you money that you should be investing in a cash producing asset ile side ingine. Sawa, it need a little bit of financial literacy. Nimusema hivyo, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. So usha increase income, usi increase lifestyle, you keep the same. Kwa nini? The extra income ndio uta invest sasa. Umeona sasa? That's how it works. Kama una do in the beginning, just understand what you're missing by not having money. Umeona? Alafu work towards it. Sababu every step itakuwa progress. Mi ndikuwa lucky niliwin green card akam states. Kuwin green card iku guarantee na mekdo. All these things naongea sahi, nimekuwa states 18 years. I'll be honest with you. The first 8 years, I was just figuring it out. Sikuwa najua kile nadu. The last 10 years nimekuwa financially stable. Nasema hivyo. I can use the word stable. So nimusema hivyo, hata niambia wife, you have a degree umesoma, but could drive truck because she's already experienced. My wife was very experienced in trucking, especially dump truck. So instead of looking for somebody's going to work for somebody else, just work for yourself. Alafu invest. Kama sahihi in the beginning, ashasoma kona degree. Alisoma degree na student loan. So it can be the first thing you want to do. Juu kila mtu upitie hii lifestyle, by the way. Start off by using the extra cash to pay off your debt. That's your number one. Sababu debt itakurudisha nyuma. Unajua asamangaje kwa ukweli kabisa kwa ile naongea tu vitu mob sana lakini sema asamanga hivi. It costs you more to be poor than to be rich, by the way. Kaujai think about it. Not my words, I'm just copying somebody else. Na quote mtu fulani, msijui ni nani kabisa. It costs more to be poor. Kwa nini? Everything you buy, unaibuy na your own sweat, blood, and tears. So it costs you more. It costs you a livelihood to be poor. Mona, nimusema poverty ni mindset. Kwa nini? Because if you had invested, nobody will do it for you, by the way. If you want to be a millionaire today, kuna path ya millionaire. Kuna wale wata win lottery. Labda watakuwa trust fund baby. Ile their dad invested in something, so because their dad aliaga, akawachia mali, watu kwa hiyo mali wakaiconvert into more mali, so ao ni different. Hiyo ni ile exception to the rules. But most of sisi wengine, you have to create your path wewe mwenyewe. Sawa. It could take some time. It could be 15 years, it could be 20 years, but as long as you're creating, mi akabia kitu moja itakuwa ile fulfillment you come from creating. In other words, it's not about the destination where you're heading. It's the journey that makes you wiser, smarter. Sababu you try things out and you see them working on a daily basis. Naona hivyo sasa. Kama ukiuliza, am I a professional videographer? No, I am not a professional videographer. But kumbuka hivi, mu record live every Sunday. So ile process ya kurecord live every Sunday, in other words, ni consistency, inakumake unakuwa better at the thing you're doing on a consistent basis. Sawa. So sahii najua nikiangalia kamera yangu sahii, kuna kamera na record hapa sahii, naangalia kila kitu information, nasema na shoot in manual mode, nibakisha 5 hours 8 kwa memory, natumia XAVC S4K 24p, ina record for 60 frames per second. Color bit yangu ni 4220 battery, alafu niko natumia 150 f2.2. Aya, nini exposure ni minus 1.7, ISO ni 125. Do I know what that means? Okay, but I didn't even know what that means, but now I know. So consistency una build. So does it matter which country you're in? No, it doesn't matter. Unaweza kuwa Kenya, unaweza kuwa Dubai, Middle East, huko Dubai, UAE, anywhere. You make more money than you need. Not how much money you make, how much money you keep. Ukikeep money on the invest, it's like you're investing in yourself. Utafika level fulani, you can start financing your lifestyle bila ile strain ya kuwa maskini. Watu wengi, you live off your sweat, blood and tears. That's why kuna uchungu. Unaambua hii watch ni how much, kuna watch hapa sahi, hii watch ni sijui ni gani, ni ile mpya kabisa 2024, labda watu wengine this year. I'm not gonna chase the new one, ndabaki na hii as long as it works, ndabaki nayo. Hii watch ni how much? $500. Naona I watch. How did I buy this watch? Si mimi ndibuy, kuna kitu ili finance hii watch. Sawa, moga na simu mbili, by the way. Simu gani zangu ni iPhone 15. Naona iPhone 15, moja ni personal, ingine ni ya business. Who bought me the personal one? Biashara yangu. Who bought me the business one? Ya business ni ya biashara anyway, hata si yangu. Either two, I happen to be the guy doing the business, that's not kuna hiyo simu. Will I buy the 16? No, I don't need to. 15 works just fine. Mona, umezoea ile attitude ile unasemaje, if you don't need to, you don't have to. But if you have the resources, because kuna asset, cash producing asset, guess what? Itakununulia. See, just think about that. No, you created something that buys you your lifestyle. Ina make difference, because it's like, naweza quote Myron Golden akasema kitu moja, simwatchingi sana siku hizi, I just already read the book, I'm reading other books sahi. Akasema hivi, when you're rich, in other words, when you're rich, when you have resources, when you do have resources, just rich, it makes sense. When you have resources, enough resources, financially, wealth, everything costs the same. Everything. No. You want it, you have resources to buy. You want it, everything costs the same. But when you're poor and broke, everything costs much. Kwa nini? Because you have to sacrifice your livelihood to pay for these things. Unaelewa? Inakuwa a little bit difficult. So that's the whole point. Q&A, nimeenda kwa rant moja mob sana. Liko wapi? Liko kwa South Africa. Nione. Tuende hapa hivi. Hey, ningerefresh page kitambo. So, dereva average hulipwa how much per month? Capital. Kama between 6 to 8,000. Dereva 6 to 8,000. Nasema hivyo. According to industry yetu, it could be more. It could be more. Nasema tu ile average. Nasema average ndio hiyo. So, how do you manage 3 trucks? Just curious. Okay, it could before that. Hebu tuone niliwachia wapi. Wait, twende Happy Sunday host Santos Kinara, St. Louis. Oh, Masti, because St. Louis, Missouri. Niko very familiar na hiyo town. My daughter lives there. I live St. Louis. My eldest daughter. My mother kanaishi St. Louis. Labu namjua, we never know. So, kuropokwa ni kutuchanua. Okay, so sawa, that's good, Santos. Amesema hivyo. So, nisha track my comments. You're speaking your mind and educating others from your experience. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing, by the way. Nothing special. Very average person. Be honest, by the way, to be honest. Usiwe kama mimi niko senior. Just some guy in front of a camera. Anashare experience yake. Nimeturn 47. I'm 47 years old, by the way. Do I look like it? Angalia, white kila kitu nywele. So I'm hoping that 20-year-old, 30-year-old, I want them to be richer than me. That would be so good. By the way, ule anasikiza kitu by the message, kama kuna cheat code. Si lazima ikuwe tracking, but nasema tu example ya tracking. Learn, usi-finance lifestyle for no good reason. If kama kile naongea, sababu kumbuka nikiongeza vitu, I'm talking from personal experience. Nishai make hizi mistakes, by the way. You don't have to. Afadhali ufanye hivi, cheat code ni hivi. Don't make the mistakes, make the money, then let the money that you made finance your liabilities. Out feel anything kwa nini? Because you already made the money. No. Utakuwa rich and everything costs the same. usinunue Range Rover before you can afford Range Rover from your livelihood. Invest kwanza kwa cash producing asset, alafu let the cash producing asset ikununulie wewe Range Rover. Sawa? Ni kama second hand ile and utaienjoy more because you don't spend your livelihood kuendesha hiyo Range Rover. Your cash producing asset is financing your lifestyle. Sawa? Na emphasize by the way, sababu I'm basing this from question loser last week. Sawa? So tuendelee. Ile liko nani Santos asemaje, but you told your insights are more valuable than you think we appreciate. I don't know that. You have to tell me the feedback. We don't get to experience yangu from what I've learned. The last 2 years nimelan more than now. I'm always learning new things. So Kitchen, what's up, bro? I used to see you on TikTok while in Kenya. Now I'm in Maryland, MD. I don't know which course to 3M. I'm gonna mention it to 3M to take. Kitchens. Andika message. Andika message. How do you manage 3 trucks? Just curious. I had 2 drivers and I was managing one. But the reason why I was managing 3 is because my wife was home with our little one, 2-year-old now. So now that she's back to driving, Saidi daycare. So at the moment, I'm not really managing anything because my wife is driving her truck and I'm driving my truck. So then if maybe I might get a driver, but it's already half of the year is already gone. So maybe not, maybe will, maybe not. But I'm planning to buy another truck, another dump truck soon. As soon as the other one is paid off, I'm buying another one. Why? Because I'm used to not having the extra. I'm paying the payment. I'm making the payment every month. So in my budget, I don't really have the extra money. So what happens if I pay off one truck? I'm buying another one. Why? The same payment I was making, I'll transfer to another truck. But the new truck will make me extra 4,000 again. No. So that's why I'm buying another one. But ile dump truck ingine, brand new. Hopefully next year, if I'm still alive, you'll see a video taking delivery of a 2025 Volvo. Itakuwa Volvo tena. Another one. Second brand new. So how do you manage? You just manage. It's stressful, but you do it anyway. Most of my drivers, they pretty much know what to do. Most of the drivers. After a while, I train for maybe a couple of months. 1 month is good enough. Then they know what to do. This is your truck. This is not my truck. This is everything you do, just do it like it's your truck. Because that's what pays your bills. So that's it. So you teach them, let them, just like raising kids. You don't raise your kids to be dependent. You raise your kids to be independent. So if you have drivers, teach them everything they need to know. Then let them just explore at their own pace. That's how you manage 3 trucks. Please, rudia hiyo hesabu, please. Pitches, ni hesabu ya 125 an hour. 125 an hour. That's how much I get paid. 125 an hour by the contractor. It could be more, but me settle now 125. The guy keeps me busy. Some people get 130, 135, but me, I'm okay with the average, 125. So average, if I work 40 hours a week, 125 times 40 hours a week. How much is that? 5,000 a month. 5,000 a week. Times 4 weeks, 20,000 a month. So most of the bills, they go on a monthly cycle. So come insurance every month, truck payment every month. So my truck payment is less than that, by the way, because niko na down payment. And my truck was 2020, ilikuwa cheaper, ilikuwa 250, something like that, 200 and something. Now it's 300,000. Inflation. So hesabu ndio hiyo. If you're making 20,000 a month, you're on the low end. I work more than 8 hours every day, but let's just use an average. So I'm making 20. Truck payment is about 4,000 every month. Insurance is about 1,000. I'm just using solid figures to the nearest 10. So ukitoa truck payment and insurance, that's 5,000. You have 15,000 left. Okay? After paying for the truck and insurance. Then you have to pay for your fuel, which is about 3,000. I'm just being the higher side with insurance and truck payment, and I'm going on the higher side. So this is a brand new truck. You're not gonna have any problems. So it's about what? So you have 4,000 truck payment, 1,000 insurance, 3,000 fuel. So from your 20,000 minus what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 12 left. From 12, you have to pay yourself as a driver. So how much do you pay yourself? Preferably, pay yourself how much it costs you to run your life every month. If it's 5,000, pay yourself 5,000. Then keep because you have to pay taxes and everything. So pay yourself 5,000. Or if you don't want to pay taxes as an employee of your company, then you'll pay as a business LLC, which is what 15.3%. So decide which one do you want to pay. But I think LLC doesn't matter. You still pay 15%. So this you have to pay taxes. So what do you have left over? If it's 5,000, you have 8,000 left every month. Don't touch the 8,000 unless you have to. Let it just sit on your business account. Next month, another 8, 16. Next month, another 8, 24. Next month, another 8, 32. Oh man, it feels good when you do that. I don't do that anymore because I've been running 3 trucks and I'm a little bit off this year. Everything's been off because my wife started driving this month. Yeah. So, but you always catch up. You always catch up in business. You're broke for 4 months, you start working, everything levels down. You even out. So if you're saving 8,000 every month, do it for 4 or 5 years, 8,000. After 5 years, if your truck is on payment, the 4,000 you're paying on truck payment disappears. Because the trucks last like 20 years, by the way. If you maintain your truck, it could last you 20 years. But if you don't, it could be 4 years. So if it's well maintained, after 5 years, once your truck is paid off, you have an extra 4,000. So how much were you saving? 8,000. And I'm pretty sure 5 years from now, I forgot the inflation bit. It's not going to be 8,000 anymore. Like when I bought my truck, they were paying us 105. 2 years in, 125. So there's inflation, factor in inflation. I'm just using the now example, now, right now. 20 years from now, maybe 4 years from now, 5 years from now, the $4,000 truck payment, it could be, they'd probably be paying 150 an hour. So it increases. I forgot the inflation, by the way. Everything goes up, by the way. Everything goes up. So I didn't even factor the inflation. Okay, anyway, let's just use now. So you're saving 8,000 every month, at least for the next 2 years. Likely, chances are 2 years from now, you'll be saving 10,000 extra because of inflation. Maybe 4 years from now, you'll be saving 12,000. Once your truck payment is paid, you'll have extra 4,000. It just gets better. But if just take your time, delay your gratification, save. So the first thing is like learn how to make money. I'm borrowing for somebody. Learn how to save money, save enough money to invest in a cash producing asset. You know what assets are, right? Shares, it could be so many, there's so many shares. It's another topic. So the rev average you lipo how much? About 8,000 a month. What about taxes? Taxes for LLC, it's 15.3%, which you'll afford easily, by the way. It's a big deal. How much do you pay the interest for 4K? The interest is already factored in. I don't even know. They give you the figure. It's already factored in with everything, the interest. The 4,000, which is 3 something, by the way. I'm just using 4,000 to the nearest 10. It's already, everything is factored in already. When I say 4,000, that's it. That's all you pay. Nothing extra. Alafu kuna VP niliku reach out in Mato, California. Ule mse ulisho afanye class B. Bob. Niliku reach out ni Mato. Tuma message, by the tuma message. Kwa comments takumbuka. Message, I'll always read it. Come as the reply, I'll go back and check it again. Mona. So South Asima 48K. Alafu South Africa 8K. Thanks so much, bro. Lots of guys have potential problems in knowledge and fear to invest. Yeah, you really have to invest, man. I don't know. How else are you gonna get rich if you don't invest? And I'm telling you, if you just hold off, like, okay, uni chef, namjua chef Karanga, if you just hold off your money for 4 years, I'm telling you, that would be the best 4 years of your life. Miliki as a tracking ilianza 2010 as a driver. 2010 niko driver, 2011 the whole year. 2012 imeanza business yangu. So from 2012, the first thing I did, by the way, I didn't have money to invest. I was already in debt, serious debt, by the way. So from 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's not count 12. 13 for 12 at the end of 12, 13, 14, 15. It took me 3 years to pay off all my debt. So that's my biggest mistake, by the way. What was my debt? My debt, I had an expensive car, expensive DJ equipment. expensive cameras, expensive everything, by the way. I was paying for, I can't say the word in the internet, stupid-ish, using my earnings. That was the most stupid thing I ever did. But I paid for it. It took me 3 years of not investing, just paying off my debt. 2015 was the first time I was debt-free. Then I learned my lesson. Since it took me 3 years to pay off debts that I accumulated within 1 year, I will never do this again. Remember that, by the way. We can make a mistake here 1 year. Okay, it could be a 1 month mistake that will take you 4 years to pay off. Just remember that. It's not that, it's the mistake happens really quick, but the consequences, your mistake, it will take you 4 years to pay it off. So just remember that when you could make it, when you're making your mind. Mimi niko nanunua vitu za ujinga sana. But guess what? 2015, everything that I bought on debt that was paid off. From 2015, I still have the same things, but they're all paid off in full. Jiulize hivyo, kwa nini? I had a DJ equipment before on debt. I paid off everything. I have a DJ equipment that I never use. By the way, niko na DJ equipment hapa kwa hao, sijaitumia since December last year. Imekaa tu, yani, it's gathering dust. Ni mixer, microphone, speaker, everything. Because I'm busy doing videos on YouTube. That's why. No, niko busy doing one thing. Besides being a parent, running the business, everything together. So everything you think, if you go, okay, on feelings, this is how it feels like to spend money. Uta regret. You'll have a feeling today when on Range Rover, not knowing that Range Rover is one of the worst cars to buy if you don't have money to maintain it. Sababu Range Rover ni mzuri kama iko mpya. So you don't even buy, just lease it. Lease ni kama you're renting from the dealership for 3 years alafu narudisha. So you don't get to keep it. But why do you want to lease using your own hard-earned money? Why don't you create an asset that gives you cash flow? Let the asset pay for the Range Rover, because that's not you. No. Somebody else is paying for it. Kind of makes sense. So thanks a lot, bro. So it got next nini, which means you pay 30% interest. No, interest is 10%, by the way. Oh my goodness, South Africa, it's 10% interest. I think my truck, interest rates in America right now is 6.7 or 7%. Business is like 9.5, which is almost 10. It's not 30%. Just maybe from your perspective, maybe in Kenya it's 30%. What happened? Did my camera go off? Yeah, something happened. I don't know. It's back on. My camera went off. That's weird. I'm not recording anymore. Let me just start recording again. Oh, too late. We'll just go with the live. Something happened to the camera. 4 hours, no overheating. Let's keep recording. I can't miss this out. I'm wired to the just a few minutes. Hit record. Something happened to my camera. Recording is really important. So something happened. My camera went off. Heat, everything looks good. Okay, good. So South Africa, the interest rate in America is not 30%. It's like 10 at most, 10 or 7 or 8. Depends who finances you. So GMC Sierra. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I was looking for that name. GMC Sierra. Kuna GMC Silverado, GMC Sierra. Yeah, that's good. Can you repeat the figures again? Always a liability. Man, I missed out the comments. It's about setting up your goals and disciplining yourself. That's true. South Africa, 600K for a car. That is insane. It's not insane if you make 10 million. That's nothing. That's like change, pocket change. Oh, no, that's nothing. These guys make a lot of money. They don't even make the money. Somebody else makes money for them, so they can afford the lifestyle. Sorry about that. The microphone. So Kila Kitty, Tulia bro. I don't know what Kila Kitty did. South Africa, Tulia ama uende uanzishe live yako mzee. Ako poa. It's just asking 600K. Oh, kuna pigana. Oh, hope you guys don't fight, please. Tulia bro. Don't tag me, please. I'll take fight, man. This is an open forum, please. YouTube. Neglect YouTube. Anyway, camera Lizimika, I don't know what happened. Everything good? Okay, good. So Edward Kamau, Albo, Sai nimeelewa if a project takes time, just know it's bound to succeed. That's true. That's true. Most of the things, wealth is created slowly, by the way. Nobody gets rich quick. Ah, please. If anybody tells you he got rich quick, I may avoid the last 3 years of the life. I can be towards the end. Nobody gets rich quick. Very few. Exception to the rules, the exception to the rules. Very few do that. Most people need progressive. No, no. That's what kuna book itonga, the rich, itongaje? The rich man next door or something like that. I forgot the name, man. What's wrong with me? Anyway, it's a slow process. Una build pole pole. Naona Mwaora Ian Albo vipi? Niko poa kabisa mse wangu. Favorite Paul asema nini? Albo, thanks kwa last video ulitushow ukiingia job hadi ukipima weight mpaka ukipata first load. Oh, kuna ingine inakam pia. Nimefocus during the week na kuna post video za tracking. You guys made me do it. Nika nimesahau karibu 4 months day post video track. But nimeanza tena. I'll start posting tracking videos. Ile specific ile kwa show everything. So are you back kwa side dump? No, not yet. Side dump bado. I'm still holding on. Ni kama kuna something yani sijui. I think dump truck is easier. It's a little bit easier. I'm becoming too lazy. I think, I don't know. Side dump is very easy. You focus on one unit. See, tractor trailer is just a tractor. So I'm getting too lazy. No. Vini nilikuona Vini. Hello Albo, nice to see you. So nataka catch up na comments za YouTube kwanza alafu tuingie TikTok. How much would you sell the semi for? Currently looking for one. EFK. Mine is a little bit expensive. Come at 80K, 80,000. If you want it, just come get it. No. Same ile kwa video ile the Freightliner 80K. Kwa nini? That's how much money I own it. Maybe itakuwa 70 something sahi because nishalipa one payment. So I'm paying off the loan. If I know you, I'm not gonna make any profit. I'll just sell you whatever amount your loan imebaki. Because if I'm not driving it, it's somehow a liability. Not really a liability, but it's somehow a liability if I'm not driving it. Ile Freightliner, ile last year, ile kwa videos last year. I'm selling it for 80K. So if you're a serious buyer, it's a really good truck, by the way. Very good truck. Exception to the rules. I think I'll be a specification. The Freightliner Cascadia 126, iko na DD15, 550 horsepower, ni long wheelbase, day cab, iko automatic, full disc brakes, full air rides, all the axles, iko na heated seats, cool seats. Basically, all the boxes checked. Ni aitwaje? Same thing as my Audi. Iko na all the creature comforts. Your truck, by the way. All the creature comforts. Alafu what else? Iko na DEF bado, 550 horsepower. Was I tuned to 600 if you want to? So it's a nice truck. So what I'm selling it for, if you're a serious buyer, I don't have to sell it, but I'm willing to sell it. After having a conversation with my wife, I can sell it. Mileage is like 400,000, I think 400 and something. For a truck, 400,000 is nothing because trucks get to 1 million miles. Only 400,000. 2019 Freightliner Cascadia 126 day cab. Kuna picha, if you want to see it, angalia video kwa YouTube utaiona. So right now, come maybe 70 something thousand. I'll sell you the loan amount. No big deal. Like whatever amount is left over, nipatie pesa, nilipe loan, nikupatie gari na title, and you move on. That's how much I'm selling it for. If somebody's interested. If you're not interested, that's okay pia. No, I'll keep it. Because I'm najua next year nitakuwa pay off anyway. Alafu ndaiuza bado. Hata sitaiuza. Once I pay off, naitumia kama leverage to buy another truck. No. I'm not losing anything with that truck. Ni passive income. No. That's how much I'm selling it for. So if you're looking, just let me know. Natumia specifications, EFK, msawa California. Nakukumbuka, sasa nakukumbuka. So BP Albo ndio kuingia, uko aje bro? Niko poa kabisa uski, niko poa. So kuna Lillian Kamandi. Hi Albo, hi Lillian. Gato 1960 Kayole. Dakas Kayole. Alafu Vini amesema najua Vini nijua pick up. I will do exactly that nikifika US. Exactly Vini. Vini example. Inaitwa GMC Sierra, by the way. Or Ram F. Ile big pickup trucks. No. Number 254. Hello Albo. Checking in from Kuwait. Much blessings. Oh, karibu sana 254 Nomad. Kuwait. Ako Kuwait huko. Albo ni aje. Naona vumbi tu. Vumbi ya nini bana? Vumbi ya nini bana? No, no. Unajua kwa sama huko hivyo, Helbo, nice to see you. Sawa, nishamaliza niko up to date kwa YouTube. Something happened na kamera yangu ya TikTok. Sijui what happened. I mean ya recording. So to back to refresh page. Nini? Sijui nikoaje. Okay, sawa. Can you repeat the figures again? Nisha repeat hiyo. Always a liability. Alafu kuna, it's about setting up your goals and disciplining yourself. That's true, by the way. So South Africa, 600K for a car, that's insane. There's people who make 600K is a fraction of what they make. You will be surprised. And watch video yangu ya ile car show, alafu angalia all those people standing around that car. Those are the owners, by the way. I don't even talk to them, by the way, unless they talk to me. I don't talk to them. I don't need to talk to them right now. To Liam, 18 years is a long time. Yeah, it's a long time, by the way. It's a long time. I made my mistakes and I learned from them. But it's never too late. It's never too late. No, it's never too late. It's a long time, 18 years. If Unigani South Africa, Kila Kiden, anacheka Kila Kiden, Tulia bro. Kila, I don't know what they're doing over here. Kila Kiden, don't tag me, please. South Africa, Tulia uskize. No comments. Potency, no potency will with the volume. No potency, the volume. I don't know what that means. South Africa, stop spamming me. Killer, I don't have the energy to argue. Stop arguing. Stop arguing, by the way. Maisha states, what's up? Mo. Poor kabisa. Are you Calvin? Are you Calvin by any chance? No, I'm not Calvin. Who's Calvin? Na wewe will you buy Q7? Yeah, I bought a Q7. I didn't buy the Q7, by the way. Okay, knowing what I know now, because I'm always learning. Q7 nilibuy, buy. Oh, kama ujui, by the way, if I maybe ukitaka trick moja. Q7 is 100% owned by my company. I don't own the car, I just drive it. No. So, that's another thing too. I don't own the car. 100%. If you look up, mimi ndio ule kama itwaje kwa Q7, mimi ndio ule signatory, ni sign paperwork kama representing my company. But Q7 is 100% owned by my company. I don't own it. No. Kabisa, zero kabisa. So that's the same thing I'm trying to say. But squeezy si driving sana, nimepaka kwa garage the whole week. I only drive it over the weekend. Nili drive jana. I don't think I'm going to drive it today because we're going somewhere with the family. We're going to go with one car. No. So Killer Kitten, I don't know why your defense compared to the host himself. Why your defense? I don't know what that means. I don't know which route or career to take. 2M, 23M. Kitchen. I'm 23. 23 what? Years? Decide what you want to do. Decide, mse wangu kitchen. Ebu notification, violation detected. End live now and avoid suspension. Uzuri, you have job consultant. Niko na violation, sijui kwa nini. What did I say? Hello brother, any knowledge about kuingia kwa van cargo business? I don't have knowledge sana. Niko na van, by the way. Niko na van pia. My van is personal. I drive it Monday through Friday. My van is my daily driver. Then Q7 ni a weekend. So van ni yangu, that's mine. That's mine, my name on it. But van ni company car, meaning I can sell it anytime I want to. It's good for, I know why I bought it, for tax write-off. So your stuff, I like it. South Africa, yes, that makes sense. I'm in Washington and I want to join tracking. Please, can you advise? Pinches. What kind of tracking? Kuna over the road, kuna construction. Me personally, mufanya construction because I would want to be home with my kids every night. I have 4 kids. So you choose construction because you're home every night. If I'm working at night, it's just a night job. I'm maybe half an hour away from home. So I like being home with my kids. Ni balance. Maybe I could have made more money over the road, by the way. Come and get gone all the month, but I prefer the lifestyle choice. What do you want to do? Do you want to spend time with your kids or do you want somebody else to range your kids? So kama uko Washington, sijui senior uko construction iko aje. I've been asking and inquiring ambua Washington wako na end dump. One of my drivers alimove Washington, Seattle. Asema uko hivyo wana pull end dump. End dump ni tractor unit, alafu iko na trailer. Ni end dump ni kama dump truck, but the dumping part ni trailer. sawa, inainuka juu hivi, end dump, sawa. So El Jarid hapa, watsi ni vumbi tu hapa, naona hakuna kazi. Kokotabo nasema hivyo, kama hakuna kazi, you can let them know that they can get daily bonus. I don't know what that means. So Kokotabo, kama uko Kenya na uoni kama maisha enda poa, mu advice ya wase, not from my information. Kuna rafiki yangu hapa Paul, hiyo ndesha track by the way, alikuwa Dubai UAE, aliniambia akikuwa Kenya, one of the best choices he ever made ni kwenda kufanya kazi Middle East. Kwa nini? He was making more money than kukuwa Kenya. So sometimes lazima ujiposition place fulani, kwa sababu at the end of the day, kama uko tuseme 20 uko Kenya, unalalamika tu usimake do, alafu uko 30 uja make do, 40 uja make do. It's like you're choosing your lifestyle, you're choosing what you want to do. Unaelewa? You're choosing that. I don't know if it makes any sense. If you're not making progress, you're choosing your condition. So sometimes lazima ujitoe, sikudanganye. Mi kama ningekuwa Kenya singekuwa mahali, by the way. Nile kuja States, bahati. So exception to the rules. Mwambie wase, apply green card every year. Alafu jaribu tu bahati. But at the same time while you're applying, jaribu vitu zingine pia zile. You need cash flow, sababu you can never be financially comfortable kama una cash flow. That's so true. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over again for the last 20 years, kama nimekuwa do the same thing over and over the last 18 years, ndembo hivyo na South Africa hapa, sijui kama ilikuwa good intention or bad intention. It's a long time, 18, I don't know, but I'm giving it the benefit of doubt, kwa sababu wana comment tunaongea ni hivi. 18 years is a long time, by the way. You don't need 18 years to figure out your life. That's when nisemaje, for example, if you learn from my mistakes, sikia vile nasema, niko 47 years old sahi, nikam state kama niko either 28, 29, sikumbuki poa. I think my birthday became February birthday, so something like that. So nimekuwa hapa States 18 years. The first 8 years of my life, I was trying to figure things out. Hatukuwa na TikTok, hatukuwa na YouTube, there was no information. So basically, you know what you know, and you keep moving from that. Sometimes ni hearsay, unauliza mtu akwambia hivi, una compare, una contrast, una make mistakes, una learn. That's what I did. Siku hizi kuna social media. If you want to know about military in the UK, kuna huku UK, Timo. Ukitaka kujua mambo ya immigration, wale sasa mimi najua, by the way, naongea sana najua. Kuna Kenyan American Home yuko hapa hivi. Kuna Lucy Mwangi TV yuko, kuna this information iko available on your fingertips, on your phone, kumetembea na the palm of your hands. So it's different now. You don't have to spend 18 years trying to figure out tracking. By this, some then get tracking 4 years, you make enough money, you move out of tracking and never do tracking again. Kwa nini? Because you know exactly what you're doing. You're looking for cash flow kuanza business. Once you establish your business, because in the business iko na ile continuum, it will keep paying your bills until siku ya mwisho hapa duniani. Sitaki kusema hiyo jina juu ni kama TikTok violations. Sijui kama ni kuna words wezi ongea TikTok sometimes inakuharibia. So what are the qualifications if you want to start the tracking business? Simple, kupata CDL. Naongea context ya US. Commercial driver's license. Sababu without a commercial driver's license, auendeshi gari ya mtu, by the way. Auendeshi. Hata yako. Get the right certification. So the first thing, get your CDL, class A, class B. Class A ni muhimu kwa sababu ina cover even class B. Get the highest, alafu choose where you want to be. Mwana hivyo. So you choose. You have to choose what you want to do. Mi siwezi kuambia. Mi naongea tu, I'm sharing my personal experience. But when it comes to you, your decision, you're the one who will make the decision by yourself. Si mimi, I can't even force you, by the way. Something funny, I don't even make my kids do what I want them to do. Sasa mimi nani nakwambia wewe kama you're not even my kid, nakwambia nini sasa? Sinaona ile tu utaamua semeaje, utaingest semeaje. Hey, I think kusikiza huyu msee ame make mistakes, I can learn something from him, then I don't have to fall kwa the same pitholes he fell into. Not even, that makes sense. So qualification in class A, alafu hizo zingine utalearn on the job. Hiyo si big deal. Nimechelewa leo, I will be back to watch your YouTube account to watch what I missed. Hey, kuna YouTube, by the way. Kama uko TikTok, ukimisi live yote iko YouTube at the same time. Naitwa Man Cave Talk Live. Utaiona kwa recording. Naiwacha on for at least until maybe Monday evening. alafu ndapost video ingine maybe Monday evening ama Tuesday depending on how busy I am. Naona, I just came in the States. I'm 21 years old. I need some advice. If you're 21, how many times are you 21? Manika mingi? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 21. So if you're 21, you can go to school kwanza. Fanya degree kwanza, umalize, if you live with your parents. But kama uko peke yako 21, get something going. Angalia, enda shule kwanza, get shule out of the way. Naweza sema hivyo. Maliza shule kwa sababu it's easier to study when you don't have a family. Kama una kids, it gets harder. So if you're 21, go to school. Sababu everything else after going to school, you can do it later. Ingia shule 4 years, uingie 21, 22, 23, 24, graduate na degree. Then 25 ndio useme, okay, what do I want to do? Is my career path good? Then answer business. I believe if you're 21, probably, if that's your path, by 25 utafikiria kuoa mtu. Maybe you'll marry a 21-year-old or 22-year-old, somebody who just graduated. Alafu mtaanza life pamoja. Some decisions is, if angalia life yako hivi, analysis. Going to school, it needs so much of your time. So if you're young, please go to school. So that's the only time you'll do it, na peace of mind. Because all you gotta worry about is going to school. If you want to go to school with 3 kids, itakuwa struggle, by the way. So just do the things you need to do earlier, alafu move on. 21, you still have a long way to go. Naweza sema hivyo. But still, enda shule, chukua ile 4-year degree, minimum degree, whatever choice you want to do. Then 25, anza business. Ama if your degree is good enough, kama unaenda kusoma law will make you money as a lawyer. Kama unaenda daktari, maybe utakuwa daktari by 29, but still you'll make money. The younger you are, go to school. Sababu there's things that are easier to do when you're young than when you have kids. Kama mimi, I would love to be a full-time photographer. Problem, I have kids, I have bills, I have a mortgage, so I'm not going to do that. No. So Derewa Chuma, Nico, 1.7 million miles, Peterbilt 379, Cummins motor. Yes, mwambia. Imagine, umse ndege wa chuma kona gari ya Peterbilt, ikona 1.7 million miles. Unasikia? Hizi matruck hizo huendas, they keep going. But hii engine yake ni poa, Cummins motor. Cummins ni poa sana, engine poa sana. Truck is another 2 million miles, another 3 million miles. Ni maintenance too. If you decide, ni vile tu mimi mupendanga after 5 years muchoka na kitu. Nasema hata si 5 years, hata less than 5 years. Mu upgrade ile, I don't know why. Ile tu something different. Unaona? So ndege wa chuma, noma mse. Weka chapa za overhaul karibu. Hata labda shafanya overhaul moja. Ama labda kama ni yake ana maintain, unaona? Bro, I'm OTR doing standard lease. I'm looking into getting truck from auction, then I go OP or owner operator. Moses, do it, by the way, do it. People who do over the road, they sacrifice, by the way. If you can stay, but make it worthwhile, by the way. Overall, don't just go over the road. According to me, you can disagree. Kwenda over the road is sacrifice because you have to be away from home. So if you're gonna do that, please make sure at least you're saving some significant amount of money every month. Alafu kimaliza, when you can't do it anymore, get out with something. Mimi nikiingia over the road nilikuwa 2 years, I was a driver. When I left over the road, I was 10 times broke than when I started. Somebody called company driver. I had no information, by the way. Didn't even know which is the best company to work for, how much experience you need. Olimbe too, you have to drive for us for 2 years because we paid for your training. Unaona sasa? I was stuck for 2 years. But when I left, less than 2 years, maybe 1 year, 8 months or something like that. September. I had some time before nimalize. I had to pay off my loan in full. It took me 2 months to pay off my loan. Ilikuwa 6,000, kama I had like 2,000 left, and pay off in 1 month. I'm like, wow, this is a new perspective. So there's tracking that actually pays you enough money to pay off your student loan in 2 months. Yeah, construction. I was single. But sahi, niko na 4 kids and a white picket fence, mortgage na kila kitu. Just whatever you do, kama sacrifice, ile tu against the grain. Make sure it's worthwhile. Itakuwa poa hivyo. Kama uko over the road, mse wangu maze, save do. Hata jenga ma flats Kenya umalize. At least kwa na real estate mtaani. Hata labda wamejenga most of them, how do hivyo, unaona? Sababu ni sacrifice. You're camping in your truck. Si rahisi, by the way. Maybe it's easier, but still, kuna ile comfort mwanga nani kwa hapa home kila siku. Unaona? I cook my own food. I don't have to pay for showers. Ni sacrifice kwa over the road. Make it worthwhile. Usifanye for nothing. Toka na kitu at least. No. So bro, I'm out here doing standard leasing on upward in Mose. So night runner overhaul, Misha pitia hiyo valley of shamaliza hiyo. So your real responsibility, family comes first. Yep. Auction norma msee. 1 month isha itisha. Yeah, but by the way, Moses, that's true by the way. Nakwambia night runner. If possible, I don't know what to tell you. Musa manga buying a brand new truck. I'm a used delay reputable used. But every time you buy a used truck, utakuwa na repairs. So prepare for it. No. Uko na brand new, kuna warranty 5 years. 5 years it expire, you're on your own. By that time, mostly hiyo gari ya overhaul kama yangu na Volvo ni by brand new. Ilikuwa sijui kuna video by the kuna videos kuna video uangalie video ilikuwa na 34 miles. So ikimaliza warranty period, all the repairs zitakuwa on me. Advantage ni ile I don't have a payment anymore, it's paid off. So I can that's why sema hivi nikimaliza kulipa hii truck hivi I'm buying another one. Kwa nini? Ndio in case ikiharibika I still keep ile una overlap. So auction ni poa. If you're a mechanic, you know what you're doing, nunua auction. But if you're not a mechanic kama mimi, nunua gari ko reputable. It will make you money. See, it will spend 3 weeks in the shop, 2 weeks running, 3 weeks in the shop. No. Una liability. That will slow down your progress. Kama unanunua gari, if you don't know what you're doing. So South Africa samaji, you're a really responsible person. Family comes first. I don't know if it's being responsible. It is what it is. I decided to have 4 kids. So what do you do, man? What do you do? 4 kids, no. Acha try to refresh. Ndio hapa hivi. I want to join tracking that I can be home with my kids every day. You need local. Lazima ufanye local. Ila local. Home every night. That's good. Sema hivyo kama if you have kids inakuwa challenging. So try navigate ufanye kazi local. Hata experience local. Preferably itakuwa kununua truck yako. Kwanza if you have kids, you have no choice, man. You have to buy your own truck. So that's the only uta guarantee. You work for yourself. So you make your own rules. I don't want to go over the road. I want to be home. Mimi amua hivyo, the best path ni kununua truck yangu, then I get to dictate my life. Ukiendeshea mtu, maybe they need you to drive over the weekend. They need you, unaona, inakuwa different kidogo. Control. Because I really want to spend time with my kids. Mpaka wa grow kwa 18. Ule wa mwisho afike 18. So that's a long way to go, 16 years from now. Kama sapata mwingine. So afanye plumbing. Yeah, you can do plumbing pia. Plumbing si mbaya, by the way. It pays really good. Ile tu, if it's something you like, unaweza endelea hivyo. Sasa maje, she can be working at the same time working. She can be schooling at the same time working. Yeah, I don't know, fanya plumbing. Which is which? Sielewi question kabisa. I want to join tracking. Miss something. I don't know. Refresh, I miss something. What if you want to join the military? And just join the military. Utaka huko 5 years, you will decide if you want to pursue your career. Ni career, whatever you want to do, by the way. Me, I'm not here to tell you what to do. Your convictions are your convictions. You know why you want to do something. What I'm familiar with as an average person who wants to be home with the kids every day, tracking ilikuwa route yangu poa. So I did this tracking, then nikuwa home every night. Sababu over the road ile kufanyia makampuni, they wanted me to be out there for 3 weeks, alafu na come home for 1 week, and the 1 week you're not making any money. So it's like you only work for 3 weeks. No. Kuna best yangu mmoja kwanza ako oil, kuna ile oil fill pia. Ako oil fill 2 weeks, 2 weeks home. Oil fill 2 weeks, 2 weeks home. You're still away, by the way. Don't know the difference. So it just whatever floats your boat. That's some evil. You can do whatever you want. Some recommendation ile from my perspective. There isn't. I'm explaining why I did tracking. It's because of A, B, C, D. This is why I did tracking. So very true. I agree with you. It's better to invest back home. Yeah, you can invest home too. Ile build something at least. If you're going to be sacrificing your life, camping in your truck, spend less, but invest in something that's going to pay for you when you become older. No. Can you advise someone to buy a used car like a stepping stone? You can do whatever you want. I buy used cars. I don't think I've ever bought any brand new car. Sabu buy the moment you buy your car like this, you drive it out of the lot like this. I think in 30% in a depreciate immediately. I think 10% just driving it out of the lot, ile umeanza hivi, it should depreciate 30%. If you bring it back, it 30% less. Mona. Sababu wame overprice, they get their profit. Mona. So very true, I agree with you. Can you it was a typo. I meant to say the person who was asking for advice what to do while in the States. Oh, okay. Get it. South Africa, that's almost your only option. Go used one though. You always buy a used car. Preferably if you're getting started. Mi gari yangu first ilikuwa Toyota Corolla S, 2016 Toyota Corolla S. That was not really my first car. The first car ilikuwa nimepewa na mtu tu loan for 3-4 weeks hivi. Then ilikuwa Honda Pilot, all-wheel drive. But that was not my car. I was just driving it for a few. My first car ilikuwa Toyota Corolla S, stick shift. Ilikuwa cheaper. Ilikuwa a newer car. Nikuja hapa hivi 2007. It was a 2006 Toyota S. Nikakaa naye 2 weeks, nikapata accident. It was totaled. Nikanunua Toyota Camry. Nikakaa nayo Toyota Camry 7 years. So after 7 years kupay off, nilienda kupatia my mom hiyo gari. Akapata accident, ikakuwa totaled full kabisa. Totaled. But to be on the safe side, kuja States, kununua gari yako ya kwanza, stick to hizo Japanese models. Ziko very reliable, especially when you're getting started. Ama kama uko na project, you want to do something like maybe I want to build something first before I buy a nice car. Anza na gari ziko reliable. They are known to be reliable. Usinunue American cars, usinunue German cars. They'll cost you a fortune. No. The repairs ni mingi. Stick to Japanese. Honda, Nissan, Toyota. Nimesema Honda, sijasema Honda kama ile American. Nimesema Honda, Nissan, Toyota. Kwa nini? They're very reliable. Utakuwa when it's time to fix the brakes, utanunua brakes. Alafu itanyamaza ka 4 years tena. Unaona? It will get you somewhere for car ile reliable. Ukianza na sijui Chevy nini, okay, you're on your own. Unaona? You'll be investing in your car that's a depreciating asset, which is losing money. That's money leaving your pocket. If you buy a nice car that you have to pay, Audi yangu mfanya oil change peke yake, that's about it. Walisema it needs some repair, sijui coolant flash, sijui brake fluid flash, whatever. Because how much is it? Sema 4,000. Kambia no. I'll wait until gari yangu iko na how many miles Audi? Iko na 56,000 miles, I think. 56,000 miles sahi. At least by 70, that change my spark plugs and whatever. There's some service like kwa 75 hapo. Come on, they keep probably not. No. They buy something else. No. So anza na gari zile ziko safe. Something that gets you 4 years bila shida mingi. We're trying to save money to invest. Naelewa kitu hiyo. So hata kama see, don't keep up with the Joneses. Kuna something to keeping up with the Joneses. Ile ni kama it's an American thing. Like unakam states unaona naishi neighborhood inakaa hivi, unasema nataka kuishi neighborhood inakaa hivi. So kama mimi sahi, the reason why naishi hii place yetu hii Plymouth, inaitwa Plymouth, iko na 80,000 people population. It's a fairly good neighborhood, by the way. But the reason why I chose to live in this neighborhood is for my kids. Sawa, kwa nini? I want them to live in a fairly good neighborhood. Alafu, it's close to their school. Sawa, shule yao ni private school. So nile, I'm balancing so many things. Itakuwa forever, pana. Musamanga mimi, my hometown mimi, ni Hopkins, Minnesota. Uko ndo nianzia maisha. So I would live in Hopkins. But Hopkins ni kama ni aina mahao kubwa sana. I think the affordable housing, Hopkins, minimum is 3 bedroom. But when you have 4 kids, you need more than 4 bedroom, maybe 5 bedroom. So it can be so this lifestyle naishi sahi, it's a little bit high. It's for my kids. But because it's for my kids, na ilianza tu, I'm choosing kuishi lifestyle nikawapatie some form of quality of life that I didn't have. As soon as they moved out, back to an apartment, nauza nyumba. Because I wouldn't, okay, unless you may create enough asset ya kukuwa na grandkids, whatever happens. But me I'm going back to the apartment. No, haraka sana. So hiyo ndio idea yangu, by the way. Maybe things will change. Maybe I'm going to be a multi-millionaire, which I think I will. But nasema tu ile, I don't see the need ya kuishi kwa how expensive. Mona. Sababu mara mingi, the last tuseme tangu mtoi wa pili sasa, huyu wangu wa pili azaliwe 20 kitambo sana. So yani nimeishi kwa hao since then, sababu nimegundua when you have kids it's good to have a house, sababu ni kama wanakuwa more independent, they have their own rooms, wanadu vitu zao, wanakuwa na ile privacy, vitu kaa hizo ile. I'm just giving them a quality of life. It's the best I can do right now. Alafu wakiendelea wakimove out, at least wako na ile foundation fulani hivi, expectations. That's what I'm doing right now. Is it expensive? Yeah, a little bit expensive, but musema hivi, I can't sacrifice kuwapatia quality of life alafu ni save dough for the future. They'll miss out on that. No. Like somebody I know, which I know somebody who did that. Alisacrifice life yake mzima kusave dough, but the kids had a poor quality of life. Alafu by the time anakuwa mzee, he has money but the kids moved out. No. Very familiar things watu fanya hivyo. So niliamua tu hivyo, nilichoose hiyo lifestyle. But still I'm still growing my other assets pole pole over time, which I'm pretty sure zitamature by the time when I move out, naweza kuwa worth $1 million plus na assets zangu zitakuwa zimegrow. Anyway, what else? Nissan not reliable, transmission issues. Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, mimi ni mse wa Toyota generally. I'm just a Toyota guy, period. No. After Toyota came, nilinunua Audi. You can realize Audi, there's something about ilikuwa unbeknownst to me. Audi ilikuwa, it was a big upgrade for me, by the way, kwa sababu niko na Toyota Corolla. One of the biggest problems I had na Toyota Corolla ilikuwa front wheel drive. Sahi can understand all the new Toyota Camry, hata Corolla, they're all-wheel drive. So all-wheel drive in Minnesota so gonna snow. So if you have an all-wheel drive car in Minnesota, utakwama kwa snow, inakuwa more stable, iko na traction kwa all the wheels. So when I got the Audi, I realized, wow, these cars are built really well. Expensive to maintain still. Hiyo Audi niliuza, hata bado muiona bado. So hiyo Audi ilikuwa 4-door. Niliuza last year. Nikaa naye 7 years pia. Muka na gari 7 years, sijui kwa nini. So nikanunua Q7 because ni the same Audi A6 but ni SUV version. Naona kwa sababu you need a nini. But my next vehicle was supposed to be a pickup truck. Nikadiscover van iko na all-wheel drive. So what did I do? Nikachange mind, nikanunua van. Alafu van iko more practical kwa job yangu sasa, kwa sababu I need supplies in my van. I need kununua supplies, kuna at least some few tools that could fix something in the truck. So nika buy van. So mu drive van every day. It's crazy. I love it. So it depends na what you do. Mona. Si lazima ununue van though. Sababu van yangu ni all-wheel drive, by the way. So at least kwa winters sijakuwa na problem bado so far. So that's what it is. So some Nissan not reliable. So kama Nissan si reliable, stick to Toyota na nini na nimesahau ingine Toyota. Nissan not reliable. Honda na Nissan. Honda na Toyota. No. I still have my Camry 2008. But 2010 only changed battery, tires. That is all. It's all. Sikia ndege wa chuma sema hivyo. Amekuwa na Camry 2008 paka leo. They never see sema hiyo jina, labda niko problem. Hizi gari Camrys na last forever, by the way. Japanese cars, Toyota utaiendesha mpaka 20 years from now bado uko naye. Kama utaiuza, naona. So your kids' safety comes first. Foundation is very important. You have to give them a lifestyle. Sababu I want them to know in your base, living in this neighborhood in your base yao. Alafu they continue from that. I hope so. No. You never know though. You just try your best. No. Give it the best shot. So now this is a life I would be. Jojo. So ndege wa chuma. Camry lasts forever. That's true. Oh my goodness. Camry yangu, I gave it up because I gave it to my mom. Sold to my mom through a price. Alafu ikapata naye accident. So akalipwa. So then she had to buy another car. Akanunua Toyota Avalon. Akaendesha Avalon for a while. Akaiuza akanunua Toyota. Akona RAV4 in my mom. My mom bought a brand new car, by the way. Brand new car. Like, she's the first owner. She's the one. I think she's the only one in my... No. My sister too. My mom is the only one in our family. My mom, by the way. Old lady. With a brand new car. Oh, man. I've never even thought... I think my sister has a brand new car too. So my older sister and my mom, ndio kuna brand new cars kwa familia yetu yote. Brand new, like the first owners. No. Me, I have a brand new truck. ni truck. Hiyo ni ya job hiyo. Hopefully na buying next year. I mean, I have to. There's no other choice. I'm buying another truck. Liwe liwalo. I'm still gonna be in this business for a while. Sija quit bado. But I'm hoping that ni create assets that makes me almost similar or better than what I make in trucking. So did you go to school, like do a degree? No degree. Or you just worked and did trucking until now? No degree, man. I never had time to go to school. I never had time. When I came to America, niko naishi na roommate. Alafu roommate was my cousin, by the way. Alafu she was going to school. Kulikuwa na my cousin, my uncle and me. Tulikuwa 3. So of course my cousin akona budake hapo. So that's a little bit easier. All parents want their kids to get a degree. So yeye alikuwa na support system, at least budake alikuwa hapa. Alafu mimi sikuwa na support system. I had to figure it out. So mimi nilikuwa I had my sister here, older, but pia alikuwa student. So unaona hiyo akaolewa. When she got married, sikuwa na choice. I'm the eldest in my family. So sikuwa na choice ya kuingia shule. I would love to. I never had time to. Nearly hit the ground running because Maisha too, unaona. So Subaru's more reliable. Maybe, but I don't know. Subarus have the expensive to maintain in some sense. So 1997 Toyota Camry for almost 30 years. Aleki Alex Aleki. Now I'm say Toyota Camry haikufangi. It keeps going. Toyota ni weird. Any Japanese sijui no. I'm going back to Toyota after hii mambo ya Audi kienda na Toyota tena. I'm going back to my roots. No. But anyway, I don't know. Audi is different. It's any kuna hiyo comfort level ya Audi. It's expensive to maintain. I haven't spent so much on Q7 yangu sababu the previous owner of my Q7, this is just one of his cars. Alikuwa na gari kama 3, 4, 5. So they used to drive it like occasionally. Nikibuy gari yangu kuna zile stickers zile original ambazo zitatolewa mpaka saa hii. Back seat, kuna bado plastic bags. No. It was so new that they never drove it. Alafu the funny thing ile, I bought the car from the first owner. I don't drive it as much either. So nasevia the next person pia mimi ule ndamuuzia. So nimeweka ngoma that I will put all Kenya higher and run for their money. So mpaka mwisho. Ndege wa chuma sielewi kile wasema. Sielewi kile wasema. You're gifted with knowledge then. I'm not gifted with knowledge. Learn through experience. Learn through experience. Kani mimi. Ni experience too, by the way. I'm just sharing my experience. That's all I'm doing. I'm speaking from my head. Sina script, by the way. I don't have a script. Naongea tu based on my experience because I lived it. I lived it. I'm learning too. I learn more. I read books. I'm learning every day new things. No. The best way to learn ile tafuta intellectually stimulating podcasts. Kituka hiyo. Podcasts ile to know about your world. I think podcast is the main thing. If you can listen to podcasts, it's closer to reading a book. Kama una time ya kusoma kitabu. Kama mu recommend, kuna mingi sana siku hata sijui naweza semaje. One of them every week watch at least the diary of a CEO. Not every week, but it depends who the guest is. One of the best, kuna muskia recommendation ya last time ilikuwa Alex Homozi. Alex Homozi ni akona podcast pia. Just listen to people who you can learn something from. Alafu apply kwa life yako. Takusaidia sana, by the way. Before that, I used to read books. Books, it takes a while. It's slow. I would love to read books too. I don't have time with the kids and the family and the business. Some book ni hard sana. I think there's some book completely. I would do one book in a month. It's crazy. Next to my bed, I had to move everything out of my bedside. Nimezingisha kwa container temporary because my little daughter, my kid, go through aliraroma pages like a 2-year-old. What does a 2-year-old do? Ni moving tornado. Everything kwa path yake anaribu. So maybe I've moved my books. Nimeweka shelf. Alafu your shelf imeface wall. Ndio asifikie. I mean, once she gets a little bit old, imagine I'm moving from my own house because of my daughter. Anachukua books anazitupa, napata, oh my goodness, who's here? Okay, she's my daughter anyway. No. So the younger one, like older and younger. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? She's my daughter. No, I'm helpless right now. But you're daddy's girl, very helpless. Daddy! Ana book zangu. So I'll start reading again. But musema ile alternative ni ile, you can buy hizo books you want to read, you can listen to the audio version kwa Amazon, itongaje Audible Amazon, alafu usikize ma podcast. But if you still have time, read books. Specifically about investing, read books. About financing, read books. What else? Life lessons, no. Think and Grow Rich. That's a good book. The Millionaire Next Door. No. Skiza podcast, something that builds your personal growth. Somebody else is doing what you want to do. Itakusaidia sana kwenda mbele, by the way. Maybe most of the information I have ni ile, I get an idea, I apply it in my life, and it works, by the way. Sometimes it doesn't work, but eventually it works. So that's what I do on a daily basis. I'm learning new things. Alafu pia, another good thing ni ile, don't just listen and learn. Share. No. Uko TikTok, please start a TikTok channel. Share the things you've learned every week on your TikTok. Kwa nini? It's like you're keeping a diary of what you said. So, amini usiamini, I watch my videos too. Ni kama diary, because when you're doing the video, whatever I was thinking, kama this week, everything naongea leo is based on some comments nilipata last week. Kwa nini? Somebody was asking like, hey, how can I get into a CDL license? Because I'm like, oh, it's been a while since ni update your story. Let me reply to that. Ikiongea mambo ya tracking again from the beginning. Kwa nini? Based on last week. So meaning that as long as I have people asking me questions, it keeps the information fresh in my mind. Why? Because I have to share what I know. Sharing consistently keeps you consistent, by the way. So kama kuna ideas, tafadhali, please share hata kwa TikTok, hata kama ni vertical video, ama YouTube, make it even better. Ndio kwa nini? It's like writing a journal. Sababu tusema 2 years from now, you can go back to your channel and watch your video from last year. You'll say, wow, that's where my mindset was. Ni kama memory. So usiseme ati, don't even do it for the views, by the way. Just share. Just share whatever you know. We learned something last week, and stumble, ongea, whatever. Sababu if you do it enough times, utakuwa consistent, you'll get better at sharing. So Dero Travels just joined. Now try catch up questions on YouTube. As a Christian apologist, what should I avoid talking about juu ile story ya social media vetting albo? Cactus Adventist. Ama ni Advent. Cactus Advent. Christian apologist. I'm so sorry. Mimi si believing in a story ya mambo ya Bible na nini, by the way. Ile sana ile ati you can talk about that kama hiyo itakusaidia si personal development. Sababu ukiangalia Christianity from a broad perspective, imekuwa used so many times to put people in control. So even as a Christian apologist, useme you're defending Christianity. What type of are you defending? Sababu ukiangalia kwa history ya Christianity, it was used on the Holocaust kunyang'anya watu mali yao. It was used, so kuna so many, I don't know. That's why on social media, because it's a business environment, when I try to discourage Christianity, jiulize hivyo, if the message was so good, why are they seriously trying to cut it off from social media? Jiulize tu hiyo swali as an apologist. So mimi, what I did I didn't know much about Christianity. You can go through the whole Bible. You can realize, wow, there's so much stuff that people don't really teach on a daily basis. So you can have more information about Christianity than I did before, because it take time kuisoma. Lakini as a Christian apologist, if you say, what do you share? How does that help somebody improve in their life? Juu kuna argument ile, ukiangalia argument ya for Christianity and against Christianity, which one holds its water vizuri, by the way. Sijasema ati I'm attacking anybody. Nimesema tu, ukisemaje, mtu akasema ati, oh, by the way, Christianity nini, unasema you're defending Christianity. Is it worth defending based on the history limetumika? So if it's not worthy, is it going to help somebody on a personal level? Kind of make sense. Nikambiaje, go make money. Najua, if you think about it, okay, yeah, why do I need to make money? To invest. Why do I need to invest? Because in the future, when you're old, when you're 57, 58, 60, 67, 80, you're not going to have the energy to go to work. You'll need something you invested in 20 years ago to pay your bills, because you might live until you're 100 and you're not going to be anybody's burden. If somebody's watching you, kuna group home, you're paying them to watch you. With what money? Money you invested 30 years ago. So as a Christian apologist, Cactus Advent, how does that help somebody on a personal level? Jiulize hivyo. If it doesn't, pick on something else. naona sababu I don't know what to tell you, sababu hata mimi nikianza hii channel yangu I try to share something about Christianity. Nikarealize every time nadu hivyo napata ma comments fulani, naenda kupiga ma arguments na watu, nikaona okay, well I don't know what to do, kisema acha ni switch kwa personal growth, sababu si kila mtu ni Christian, by the way. Unaongea na watu diverse. Whatever you want to say about that, kama kusema hata sitaki kubring your topic sahi, sababu mimi nimekuwa very very skeptical of vitu ziko na broad perspective, lakini zisaidii mtu on a personal basis. Naelewa hivyo sababu not everybody is a Christian. Kuna wase wako Hindu wako 1.4 billion people while they are 8 billion. Kuna wase wako Chinese, most of them ni atheists, I think. Very few ni wana subscribe kwa hizi ma religion, hiyo karibu half the population. Kuna wase waitwa Muslim wako karibu 1 billion plus something, naona. So everybody is different, but what's the standard thing, naona. Kuna huyu msee John Hope Brand yosemaje, ukifundisha msee having a good credit ita improve life yake. Alisema actually having a credit score ya 800, that means you live 20 years longer than somebody with a less than 800 credit score. So what helps somebody in a perspective personal? You could be a Christian apologist, that's good, but ukiangalia wale waso subscribe kwa hiyo niche yako ni minority, so you're not gonna reach more people kwa sababu how you cut off, naona. So mu prefer vitu zile zina deal na personal, kama iko too controversial achana naye, ambia wase on a daily basis, ama change words. I don't know, sababu I don't know how to describe Christian apologist kabisa, by the way, sababu you're defending the religion. Okay, sawa, alafu what are you going to defend exactly? Sababu the best you can do ni vile watu do. How do people do church? Angalia, how do people do church, by the way? Unaamka Sunday asubuhi, ama kuna wale Saturday asubuhi, unaenda kwa building. Sawa, hiyo building ni non-profit. Unakaa chini, msana kuambia na preach, mnaimba, mna dance, mna nini, okay whatever, alafu mnarudi home. How many hours hiyo? Alafu you forget about that until next Sunday ama next Saturday, whatever hizo mbili, then you come back the following week. So swali yangu ni hivi, if you're investing in once a week, uko na 7 days, hata si once a week, church you from let's say 11, maybe from 9 to 12, 10, 11, 12, that's 3 hours. Alafu kuna how many hours in a week? 24 times 7. Umeona sasa, how does that help you in a personal level ku improve ile ku make more money? Sidhani kama inakusaidia sana, unaona, sababu kuna watu wako wanakuwa caught up na hiyo, because so many people wako na ile spiritual bankruptcy. Ukiwaambia more mambo ya church, wata neglect history ya ku make dough. Sawa, at the same time while they're neglecting history ya ku make dough, everybody else ana make dough. Sababu unajua nini, world you increase every year, by the way, it increase every year. Amazing to see you on TikTok, nice stuff. You increase every year, it increase, no, it increase. So if you're not part of the economy, where are you exactly? Bila kusema ati cactus advent, bila kusema about anything, you may be surprised, maybe mini Christian pia nasema tu ile from perspective, how does it help you on a personal level? Ukiangalia the way the world works right now, no, knowing a personal conviction ikusaidii kumake dough, lazima ujue how do you make money. I can speak more, lakini nile tu sitaki kuongea past that. Hiyo ndio perspective yangu, by the way. Sasa tuendelee next ni vipi Albo, uliona Trump aliuliza president wa Liberia where he learned English? Niliona hiyo kitu, muta keep off na story kama hizo, na ngoja tu malize aende mwingine arudi. I have 2 years over the road, I need change starting next year, I need advice to be owner operator. Paul Chege, nizakwambiaje sasa, anza kuangalia. Okay, Paul Chege, nipigie simu tuongee, itakuwa easier. Sijui nikuambia wapi, piga simu Paul, namba yangu ya simu kwa YouTube, kwa comment section. Piga simu tuongee next week sometime, kama niko job tutapiga story sasa, alafu tutaongea, utaniambia mali huko, alafu tuone vile options zako ziko, unaishi wapi, what do you want to do, utaanzia hapo hivyo, sababu hata sijui kukwambiaje saa hii kama time yangu inaisha saa hii ya live, unaona niko karibu almost few hours in, 2 hours plus, nafaa kwenda mahali. Kuna one of my friends akona graduation ya mtoi wake, I'm going with my whole family at least 1 hour hivi, so saa hii ukianza hiyo story labda niongea next week. Sawa, hebu tu update TikTok haraka, nimeanza kuna out of time, by the way. If atungiuko by 3:30 time yetu sasa ni 3:10, sitakuwa wa kwanza but sitakuwa wa mwisho pia. kuingia huko. Ni graduation party, one of his sons aligraduate college, so ni family friend, so we want to go there at least for an hour to congratulate, to celebrate nini. So which other career job is good that doesn't require one to go to school? Sasha, kuna so many, I don't even know what to tell you. Bro, we used to hang out back in the days, akina Kevo na Benja. Kevo na Benja. Kevo na Benja. Kevo, Benja. Benja mgani? Kevo mgani? Aleki, Alex, Aleki. Kuna Kevo wengi, kuna Benja wengi. We used to hang out wapi? Benja mgani? Benja. Kevo, Benja. Kevo, Benja. Nikumbushe Aleki, nikumbushe. Kuna Benja wengi sana kwa life yangu. Which period? King Noni. Tunaenda whatever. Tunakuja Seattle. Asemaje? Amalisha Seattle. Kama amesema SHI. Sitaki kuongea kitu za nibringia strike. Na kibao yako. Wewe nimekumark nikiwin green card. Hiyo van yako mimi ndio makanga yake. Kibao van ni nini tu, ni private van. Kama kuwa namba 3 Nissan mtaani, alafu uandike private. Van tu ni cargo van basically, ni cargo. Iko na oil ndani, iko na supplies tu juu sipendi kwenda nikidrive truck. I want to have all my supplies za wiki kwa gari at least. So tuna gari 3. So tuna gari 2. So kuna oil, kuna kama kuna coolant zangu, coolant za wife, gari ya wife. Kuna oil zangu kama kibuyu 2, kibuyu ya wife 2. Alafu kuna kama EDF ni 1 every day. Kuna 10 5. Kuna kama nini nyingine, kuna tu some tools kama ukimaliza mud flap hivi, maspana vitu kama hizo kwa gari tu. Ni kama service van, si basically ni M3, ni service van tu. Naona sijui kama umeiona, na nipatia tour, nipatia tour, sijui kama nilipost hata sijui, naona tu hata sitaki kuposta, ilikuwa empty siku hiyo. So si M3 ni van tu yani. Haina dirisha, haina mlango, ina kiti 2 mbele tu, huko nyuma ni space tu. Naona kuna mashelf. So South Africa, I love reading books as well. I'm also open-minded and open to learn new things every single day. That's good. Unalani hivyo. Yes, that's correct. It's like writing something in your journal. Exactly. When you make videos on your channel, 2 years from now, you can go back and listen to them. Itakwambia exactly where your mindset was 2 years ago. Kama mimi last year nasema, oh my goodness, I can't believe I've grown so much. So kukuwa na hiyo nini, hiyo kama it's like your personal journal when you're making videos. And you can actually go viral too, you never know. No. So Sasha K, there are many jobs in the United States. So pick one, pick what you want to do. Message me, it depends. If you need my advice, piga simu tuongea, alafu hata tutaongea. I will go through your options with you. see what I tell you to do. Utanipigia alafu ujue sometimes ni kama it's like if samaje useme Albo, what do you think? Nikuulize, what do you have in mind? Niko na hii na hii. So from the top of my head na experience yangu, what do you think I should do? Nakwambia hii nafanya hivi na hivi. Hii nafanya hii sijui, but let's look it up. I'll help you help yourself. Maybe kitu kaa hiyo. Naona. See ati I'm not the one who's going to make a decision. At the end of the day, ni want to make your decision wewe mwenyewe. Unaamua, this is what I want to do to build my life. Mi siwezi kubuild your life yako, by the way. Itakuwa, it's like you're going to be doing things for me. No. Nobody, average guy. Yeah, that's terrible. Wewe uko above average, alafu unafuata an average guy. That's not fair. It's true, by the way. I consider myself very average. Average at best. Sina ile anything I know nimelan. Si ati kitu niko na I was born with this. No, hata hii kuongea kwa camera, in person I'm very shy. Lakini somehow, because I've been doing this for a while, now I'm more comfortable speaking kwa camera. No. It's ina come over time. Nimelearn everything, I learn. So average learner. Any advice? Would you, okay, kama nimeenda hapi, did I miss anything? So amazing to see you on TikTok. Nice stuff, keep inspiring. Nani huyu? Good visuals. South Africa, tell me. Sasha K, I don't want to advise you in someone else's life. So fanya hivi, enda kwa live ya Sasha Nke, enda kwa live ya South Africa, uende umuuliza, atakwambia everything. That's good. Sababu you need just run through your ideas with somebody who's experienced. Itakusaidia, by the way. That's all we do. You see it to make your decision. No. It's just, hey, I have this idea, I have this idea, I have this idea, and this idea. A genuine person, atakwambia, hey, you know what? This might take you longer. Hii kuna hii na hii. So you could narrow your choices. Alafu whatever you choose, go back and just do it. The same way I'm still thinking about it. You can think about school for 10 years and you'll never end up never going to school. No. Come in late, at least nime catch up, kaka. Enjoy the day when you get there. So come in late, nime catch up. Jawabu 55. Check on YouTube. Maisha states on video description. You get the number. Mko state gani? Mi niko Minnesota, by the way. Minnesota. Timu yako inapata kibao. Exactly. Sasa wase, so namaza live hapa hivi. Nimerun out of time. Niko na kama 15 minutes tutakuwa hao. I'm ready to go. Nachange tu mbi shati na kitu fulani alafu niende. Na graduation ya best yangu fulani, mtu wake aligraduate. Umseni amenifundisha tracking, by the way. Umseni na kwa nini yake. Jina yake inaitwa Basil. Yeye amenifundisha tracking. Nimemdrive here for 1 year. We've been friends as long as I've been in America, by the way. Even before I started my business. So mtu wake imagine asha graduate college. Alikuwa mtu mdogo. So I'm going for the graduation party. Wali postpone because tulikuwa na so many graduations from watu graduate May hapa nini US May ile spring. Alafu sa people have parties every weekend sababu sometimes you have to go attend your friends, then another friend. So ali stretch out to July ndio apate ile slot yake hakuna kitu inaendelea. Muona sasa. So I'm in Minnesota too. Sashka 2000. Where in Minnesota? Where? Mi niko Plymouth, Minnesota hapa hivi karibu na 494 na Rockford Road. Hakuna mwenye ako Florida. Florida kuna tracking, by the way. Nisikia hivyo kuna tracking Florida. Sijui ni wapi kabisa though. Labda kuna mtu. Maisha, thank you so much for coming over. Your platform was very informative. South Africa. Nakutafuta pia wewe. Nione live yako. Niko Egan. Nimeanzia Maisha Egan, mse wangu. Sashka 2000. Egan St. Paul huko hivyo chini. Huko nimeanzia Maisha, by the way. Nitoka airport nikaenda Egan for 3 months. Mona. Na Africa nikaenda Hopkins for the rest of the time. Alafu nimekuwa Plymouth. So Sashka ni aje? Hebu tuma message tujuane bana. Na tujuane. Sasa namaza live bana, na kabesti yangu hapa hivi mmoja naenda kwa nini. Nimeshukuru sana. Everything iko based on questions the last week niliulizwa. So fanya hivyo. Shamir Yusuf ni boy wangu from back in the days. Amechelewa hapa hivi, boy wangu sana Shamir. Shamir ole msawa Kitale, si Kitale. Nimesahau jina. Shamir yono kitno wapi? Like Naivasha. So you're always welcome. However, most of the time I don't like speaking to my platform. Just post videos, man. Just do it. Just do it. The worst video you can ever do. Put your camera on, look around. I don't know what to say. Just say it. Mu catch steam. Nikianza from the beginning, I struggle, and it gets better. Angalia life zangu zote. No, I'm always struggling in the beginning. Nikianza okay, because all these things run through my mind. Once umelan kuongea ni acquired platform. Uliza Shamir ni boy wangu sana, atakwambia. Shamir very shy, niko very shy mimi overall. But once ikianza na peak naongea, unaona. It becomes clockwork. Mwanga so shy when I'm doing photography, when I'm taking people's pictures, I'm still shy. No. So please just do. You have an idea, share it. You never know. I will learn from you too. I learn from people too. There's a lot of people who have so much information. Alafu pia kuongea Kiswahili ni unique kwa sababu tuna create. Kiswahili it's becoming a global language in a way. No. Language is very important. Language you're gonna culture. Yani language is embedded with culture ndani yake. That's why it's very important kwa world mzima. Ukiangalia last word, colonizers colonize the whole world. They made sure that everybody spoke their language. Kwa nini? Language behind it, you carry ile culture. Sawa. So mimi nasema if I'm gonna do social media, naongea kizungu kidogo, naongea Kiswahili. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu unajua Kiswahili kuna culture yake, kuna ile respect kwa Swahili. Kuna ile itogaje, there's something about a language ina carry culture ndani yake ka ujai understand. There's a reason why everybody kwa world au fight kwa nini English ni language ya chaos, by the way, ka ujaijua. I'm saying something else I'm not supposed to. Pole sana, by the way. Kingoso ni language ya kuvurugana, by the way. Kuvurugana sana Kingoso. So ka ujai understand, culture yake ni scarcity, ni individualism, ni war. Naona ni hizi zote hizi. I'm not kidding, by the way. Ianza kustudy utaona. Ikona embedded in revenge, uh, strive, all these things. So kuongea Kiswahili, culture ya Kiswahili ni different, ni trade, ni respect, ni unaona. So there's a reason why munga Kiswahili. I'm not looking for views, by the way. Wacha wale watu watakusikia story wakuja walaani hiyo language, ndio kwanza ikuwe tena unique tena shank kidogo. So language hiyo kama na culture. So the more unaongea language fulani, ina come behind, ina come na culture. Naelewa hivyo. Kama osa mga French hiyo kama na romance. Is it really true? No, I don't think so. No. So it is what it is anyway. So sawa, tamaliza live hapa hivi. See you guys next Sunday. Ndapost maybe video 2-3 za tracking, sijui video gani niko nazo. Alafu tutaendelea. Spanish ya kamina nini sijui hata. I don't know. Ina coming in colonialism, Christopher Columbus kwenda kuwa Native Americans, the Americans. Okay, I don't know. I'm just too against those things, by the way. Kuna ile awareness. Kuna vitu I know siwezi ongea kwa hii platform, but kuna vitu najua on the background. Maybe there's a channel ingine dedicated ya history ya world. It's very interesting. Culture yoga hidden in language. So ukiongea language fulani, behind the language kuna culture. Mona. That's why ukienda colonize mtu, you make sure una kill language yao yote. Kwa nini? Ni una kill ile, you chopping through their foundation. Okay, last word. Toke hapa hivi bana. So, I say, appreciate it. Till next time. Tell me live. Love to malze YouTube sasa. Paul Chege, nitafute namba ya simu kwa description uko chini. Nitumie text kwanza nikumbushe ni wewe ni nani. Mu get so many calls, so ni specify. Tuongea tu. You won't get much, lakini ndakusaidia ile tu based on my limited experience ku understand what you need to do about tracking. Naona. So acha nikimbie graduation haraka. Vincent, tutaona next time Vincent. Unasema utabuy pickup truck. See you on the next one, I say. Peace. I'm out. To end live sasa.